personality Bill Keeler is no longer on the air. He was fired yesterday over a contract.
Father O'Shaughnessy?
Yes.
Ray Paulwell in Lynchburg, Virginia. How are you?
Good morning. Go to hell!
Free your mind.
Well, good morning, and it's Christmas week. Hanukkah, I believe, is just finishing up, right? Or has just finished. Have we gone through the 8 days yet? I should check.
Can't even track my own holidays, let alone someone else's.
And it's the 22nd, so our Christmas Eve show is coming up on Wednesday. Davey's shaking his head like, oh, we've got to
He's
be
annoyed
crazy.
with me again this morning because I said the Stonebridge Club team.
Ah, right. So Syracuse plays when, and who do they play?
They play Stonehill College tonight at 7 o'clock at the JMA Wireless Dome. It's on ESPN Extra, so the game's not on TV again.
By the way, I heard you guys on the receiver thing, and there's no doubt that the Bills cannot play this way when they take on the Eagles. Their magic number is 1, by the way. They did not clinch this weekend. The Patriots, boy, I thought they were going to lose that game.
Well, they can clinch tonight if the Indianapolis
They
Colts
could clinch
lose to
tonight.
the 49ers.
If the Colts lose tonight, the Bills clinch. If not, their magic number remains at 1, and they'll need a win either this weekend or next weekend, or a series of losses as well.
Let me ask you something, Bill.
Okay. Now, let me just say one other thing before you go ahead. Go ahead.
Being the diehard Bills fan as you and I are,
Mm-hmm.
do you think the momentum of Josh Allen's performance took a hit when that foot in the end zone there on that tackle? He wasn't scrambling. He was in the pocket throwing during the second half.
I think he hurt himself, and he smiled at the end of the game and said, "Nothing's wrong. I'm just fine."
Yeah, he's in pain.
But, I do think the game itself was a little bit of a trap game, and McDermott sat several players, including some reliable receivers. So that's part of that are kind of banged up. There's some players that are banged up, and he sat them yesterday in hopes of getting everybody healthy because they're going to need it once we get through this year.
Did you see the one graphic that they showed late in the game with the McDermott with the glasses? He's 3-3. Without the glasses, he's 7-1.
Yeah, and we rely on those things, right? But yeah, apparently his family had said to him, there's a story about that in Syracuse.com this morning. His family had said, when you wear the glasses, you're at about 500, but when you don't wear glasses and you put in your contacts, you're like 7-2 or 7-3 or something. So,
at least he's got contacts, because I thought you were going to say his response was, well, when I don't wear glasses, I can't read the play.
That's right. I can't see. I can't see. And maybe that's good. Maybe that's what's working. Anyway, a win is a win, but it'll be a tougher game this weekend when the Eagles come to Buffalo.
I have to say a couple of things from last night's game, the Sunday night game, which was the Patriots in Baltimore. First of all, the Patriots looked tough, man. They were down double digits in the fourth quarter to Baltimore, rallied to win that game, I think, by 2 scores. I could be wrong about that.
They won in overtime, I think, didn't they? Did it go to overtime?
No.
I fell asleep, so.
No, they won in regulation.
I think it was I think it was very close. I think it was a field goal. But I could be wrong.
Well, I think they took a field goal lead and then might have scored again, and then Baltimore turned the ball over. That was the other thing I wanted to note about Baltimore.
I have to say that I went to bed and did not watch it.
So, oh my goodness. Why can't I think of his name right now?
Yeah, it was a 4-point win. It was 28-24, and they were bringing the ball down the field and probably could have scored, and they let the clock run out, winning the game 28-24.
Yeah, Drake May had took a knee on a quarterback scramble at like the 4-yard line or something.
For those people who had 5-12, the Patriots will win in between 5 to 12 point margin. Like, just put it in the end zone, kick a field goal, do anything.
Yeah,
I assume.
Baltimore again, though. First of all, Lamar Jackson left
Bad
the game
for Baltimore
with a
This
back
is-
injury.
Yeah, this is a bad loss.
I guess Derrick Henry. I don't know. I heard the guys doing the play-by-play were saying we're just going to tell Derrick Henry to get his head straight and just give him the ball and run hard. So I don't know if he was upset that Jackson wasn't coming back.
Yeah.
Huntley, who they brought in, played decent, but they had a fumble again. And so the Patriots end up taking the lead with about 2 minutes left. And now it's 28-24, which ended up being the final score.
Which they could have come back and won the game, and they turned the ball over to the Patriots.
Again, a late
Yeah.
final possession fumble. New England gets
And
the
they
ball
burned
and
the
never
clock,
gave it up.
and that was the end of it. Anyway, some interesting stuff over the weekend, football, and listen, the Bills. We'll see where they go, and I got to tell you, Josh Allen does seem to be a little banged up. He's taking a couple of when you see him walking away and he's limping, you get a little nervous.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
He's your everything.
And then he was limping off the field. I'm like, oh my God, look at he is limping off the field, and they're taking him in. That was at the end of the half, and it turned out he was only wearing one shoe. So I'm like, oh well, maybe that's, But you know that he's in a ton of pain, and he's not showing it until those cameras are gone, I would assume. All right, this morning in studio, Paul Pickett is with the United County Republican. He's party. He's the committee. He is the one who sued in court and lost against Rozier. And it's funny, too, because Rozier had all those people coming in on Friday to raise money for the, quote, Oneida County Republican Committee. And Stefanik announced, or let him know, I believe, that she wasn't coming, and then announced that she was stepping out of the race. Very interesting story in the New York Post, saying that Stefanik has been humiliated by Donald Trump. Something happened there because he did not endorse her. You would think, no, I don't know anybody else that could have gotten into that race for governor, and she should have gotten the endorsement. And that's basically what this Republican strategist is saying. The fact that he did not support her after everything that she did and everything she went through means that's part of the reason probably why she's stepping out and she's leaving Congress.
Yeah, I don't. It adds up to me. It makes sense. You mentioned the report in the New York Post. The key moment came last week when Trump publicly called Stefanik and primary challenger, Nassau County Executive Bruce Blakeman, his longtime friend, two fantastic people. In a response to a question by the Post, and that was about both running for governor, he underlined his neutrality by hosting each of them separately at the White House in the days that followed, inviting Blakeman to a White House Hanukkah reception on Tuesday. And the headline to that story, the point of that story, is that the non-endorsement demoralized her so much so she went, all right, forget it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do this anymore.
Yeah, it was. I mean, just think of what she gave up, and he doesn't endorse her. I just there's something going on there, and she walked away. And then over the weekend, the president on Truth Social, Bruce is MAGA all the way and has been with me from the very beginning, he wrote on Truth Social. Bruce Blakeman is a fantastic guy, will win the big November election, and without hesitation has my complete and total endorsement for governor of the, now we're going to all caps, once great state of New York, in parentheses, it can be great again, end parentheses, period. And then one more, Bruce Blakeman will never let you down. Let me tell you, as long as it's Bruce Blakeman and Trump, and unless something happens, there is no way in hell that he can beat Kathy Hochul
I completely
in New
agree.
York. Just not going to happen. And it's just the numbers are not there. And now if they were running a moderate, somebody who would if Trump could look past that and say it's okay for somebody, give somebody the pass to be the squeaky wheel in New York, I think they might have a chance against Hochul, because it's not like she's Miss Popular, and I don't think there's a Democrat that has a chance against her either. So we'll see what comes next year. But I just don't see any way that it's possible in highly blue New York. Ryan Schmel is on the line right now from Fox News Radio. As Congress, if you were wondering if there was going to be a last-minute deal on these health care premiums, Congress heading to holiday vacation. What do you think, Ryan? What did they accomplish, and what's to come?
Well, they didn't get a deal done in health care. It seems like that might be a January exercise, as Speaker Johnson calls it. And, there was the passage of the NDAA, the National Defense Authorization Act, which is going to greenlight a military budget for the next fiscal year and set policy for the military. So there's at least something that got done. But besides that, there's still a lot that Congress left behind.
Listen, a January exercise would be like cross-country skiing, okay? This issue with the health care, I thought the premiums were going to double or something on the 1st. Am I wrong about that?
They are, yeah. No, that's why this is a situation that you saw Republicans go behind Speaker Johnson's back, at least a couple of them, and sign that discharge petition, including Mike Lawler, in order to try to get a 3-year extension of the ACA subsidies onto the floor for a vote. So, yeah, there's definitely a lot of pushback here that's being addressed.
So, and they never got anything done. The whole point was to get it done before the 1st. To say we'll take it up in the new year, you're late, right? Isn't it a deadline?
Yeah, no, I mean,
but that's all.
The program will be expired by the time they do something about it.
Yes, that is what this all is about. So you'll be going from scratch, right, to attempt to help some of these people. And the other part of this is, I know the thought of President Trump is we're going to give the money to the people, not the insurance companies. That's not how insurance works. If you give everybody, give everybody $2,000. Good luck if you have a critical problem, medical problem, and you'll be spending $2,000 in the first hour.
The ambulance ride.
Yeah, on the ride in. So I just don't know where we're going with this. But it is, in my opinion, and we'll see, Ryan, it's an issue that Republicans going into the midterms really need to find a way to satisfy the country.
Oh, of course it is, yes. I mean, it's long been a back and forth on health care. It's cost both sides a lot of seats in Congress, and it's helped both sides gain a lot of seats. So, and usually the one that gets blamed for health care is the party that's in power. And in this case, the Republicans are in power. And if they don't come up with a plan, I think there is a fear that they're going to have a rough go in the midterm. So, that's all things.
I have 3 quickies for you. I wanted to ask you your thoughts on Elise Stefanik stepping out and announcing not only stepping out of the race for governor, but saying she will not run for re-election in Congress.
Well, I mean, this is something that we were worried could happen to a lot of Republicans because there's been a thought that there are several who might retire. Well, I mean, look, you got to keep in mind that, maybe she truly did just get kind of exhausted from it. I mean, it's been a rough year in terms of, leaving her leadership position, having to drop out of the race to be the national
UN ambassador.
Yeah.
But keep in mind, every time a position in Trump's cabinet opens up, she's probably going to be at the top of the list to be one of the people who replaces them. So, some might say that it's actually a smart political strategy because, she gets to leave Congress, have time with her family. She, doesn't have to worry about having the political capital or the political damage of losing a race. Because, no matter how liked she is or how disliked Kathy Hochul is, it's still a very blue state. So her chances of being governor were still very slim or somewhat slim. So I think people think that, she still very much could end up in President Trump's cabinet at some point. And there have been rumblings here and there about possible positions she could be in the running for. So, don't think this is the end of her.
I agree. There may be an appointment coming within the next 30 days even. Or maybe it takes a little longer, but I don't think she's done by any means. I completely agree with that. Question number 2, did you see that CBS News under new leadership pulled a very political piece on the Venezuelan prison, basically, where all of these immigrants were taken, and some of them many of them turned out to be non-dangerous immigrants. That's what the story was about. And you have an executive at 60 Minutes coming out and saying this was political. It makes you really think that CBS as a news organization cannot be trusted. That coming from inside. Do you have any thoughts on that? Any comments?
I didn't see that, first of all.
Yeah.
You know, when
Check
you're on
that out.
vacation for a week, you miss these things.
Listen, Ryan.
But remember that CBS is under new leadership, so we'll see how that plays out in the near future.
And then finally, I was rooting for Baltimore last night, and
weren't we all?
I know.
Weren't we all? Well, the way it's setting up is that Mike Tomlin will probably keep his job because the Steelers are going to make the playoffs if they win next week, and there will be a discussion most likely about the future for John Harbaugh. I mean, I hear it from the fan base all the time. They're
so many expectations.
I still think the Ravens are the best 1-5 team at that point in the season ever. Did you see last night? Was Derrick Henry? I kept hearing who does the games. Who's
Tony Dungy? Well, so Tony Dungy and Rodney Harrison, I watched some of the post game. They were just railing the Ravens coaching staff for the fact that I think the last time Derrick Henry touched the ball was that last touchdown he had, and he didn't get another carry the rest of the game. And they were pretty livid. I think some of it had to do with the fumble that he had, but. There's going to be a lot of questions, and Harbaugh's peppered with it afterwards about, why wasn't Derrick Henry on the field more?
Yeah.
And he's like, well, we had a rotation, and he's given some answer, but it didn't seem like at least the early stages of the talking heads talking about that was positive.
Yeah.
As I watched the second half, Chris Collinsworth was saying, you got to tell Derrick Henry to don't worry about who the quarterback is. Put your game face on. So was he throwing a fit? Was he mad Lamar Jackson?
No, not that we know of. Well, Lamar Jackson was out, first of all. He got hurt.
Yeah.
Right. No, but it was almost like what they were saying was that made me think he was upset that he wasn't fighting through the injury to still come back out and try to play.
No, I didn't hear anything about that.
Okay.
I think it's more so Collinsworth was trying to just give an imitation of what he would say if he was the coach in that situation.
Yeah.
But it doesn't appear that any coaches were pep talking him about getting back in because it seems like the coach made the decision that he wasn't going to play.
Yeah.
When he got the ball, he was moving it.
What a Derrick Henry problem after that.
Yeah.
You want there to be something behind the scenes that we don't know that caused that. Otherwise, it's just stupidity.
John Harbaugh, and I don't know if this is the reason or not, and Harbaugh did explain this, but John Harbaugh has been kind of notorious in his career, and I don't know if this is the situation last night, but he has been kind of notorious for if you fumble the ball, you do sit on the bench for a period of time. I mean, I guess there's certain players who can be, can get forgiven for that quicker. Derrick Henry's probably one of them, but it has been like a known thing that Harbaugh does not like when players fumble.
Well, it reminds me of I had a great uncle whose theory was if you run out of gas and you're that stupid, you're not allowed gas for the next 24 hours, which when you're trying to get to the hospital doesn't help you, right? I mean, you got to get there.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's exactly it's come on, for God's sakes, this anyway. All right, Ryan, listen.
I mean, it was a game of inches situation. It's like, it's 1-1 first down, you win the game type of stuff at that point.
At some point, you got to put your rules that, the rule doesn't apply here in this very critical situation.
And it kind of, in many ways, maybe not to the extent of the collapse that the Ravens had earlier, but this felt like the Buffalo game all over again, where it's like, man, just a couple more offensive plays in the second half, you guys would have won the game. But next thing you know, the other team claws back in, and this has been the Ravens' MO for the last 4 years or so, sadly.
Okay, Ryan, we appreciate it as always, and hopefully we talk to you before the holiday, but if not, we'll talk to you in 2026. Thanks, man.
Sounds good, guys. Thank you so much, as always.
Ryan Schmelz with Fox News Radio. Manaski has an update. You want to comment on it?
I love it. We hit politics with him. We talked
all.
football.
Mike says
personal issues in there.
Two tell signs. They announced the Stefanik story late Friday, so the story died fast.
Correct.
And she announcing, I'm dropping out to spend more time with my family, is the oldest story in the playbook.
Yes. No politician ever sincerely made that statement.
Yep. I am with you on that 100%. Here's Manaski with an update.
All right, good morning, Bill. WIBX 950 AM 92.3 FM News Time 6:43. Republican Congressman Thomas Massey and Democrat Ro Khanna are considering contempt charges against Attorney General Pam Bondi over the partial release of the Epstein files. The two have been critical of the files released by the Justice Department on Friday. In a post on X, Massey said Friday's release grossly fails to comply with both the spirit and the letter of the law that President Trump signed last month. The U.S. Coast Guard is said to be in pursuit of another vessel off the coast of Venezuela. That's according to multiple reports on Sunday. The latest activity comes after Pentagon officials confirmed military forces interdicted a tanker carrying sanctioned oil in the Caribbean on Saturday. Turning Point USA's America Fest, held annually in downtown Phoenix, Arizona, is in the books. This year's conference was the first, of course, since founder Charlie Kirk was assassinated in September. Vice President J.D. Vance, House Speaker Mike Johnson, and Border Czar Tom Homan were among the prominent conservatives to make appearances during the four-day event. Rap star Nicki Minaj surprised the crowd with an appearance, sitting alongside CEO Erica Kirk for an interview. Lawmakers for Google and Apple are warning their workers to stay in America if they need a visa stamp to get back into the U.S. Business Insiders has viewed the warnings that were drafted by the law firms working for the tech companies. Did you see the fight on Friday night?
I did not see the fight.
YouTuber turned boxer Jake Paul is sharing more details on his jaw surgery. He had to have surgery after being knocked out by Anthony Joshua during a Friday night match. On social media, Paul shared that he had some teeth removed and had 2 titanium plates added to each side of his face. I think it went 6 rounds. I don't know the exact number of rounds, but there were many predicting that Anthony Joshua, an elite former top-level heavyweight boxer, was going to knock him out in the first round. Otherwise, it was fixed. And what he did was he peppered Jake Paul for 6 rounds and then brutally knocked him out in the 6th round. Although he wasn't unconscious, but he hit him with a shot. Then I think that's the one that broke his jaw. And
yeah,
Paul was like, I'm not going to get back up.
I want to talk about the, and we'll get a chance to do this coming up. I do want to talk about the Sydney Sweeney movie about Martin, the boxer, who just went into the Boxing Hall of Fame in Canastota this year. And I got to tell you something. If you get a chance to watch that movie, Christy Martin, I think is the name of the movie. If you get a chance to watch that movie, it is one of the best movies I've seen all year long. She is phenomenal in this movie. I can't believe people are criticizing her in this movie. I think she's phenomenal.
What they say, she's too attractive for the role?
I thought they did a great job where she didn't look that way. You watch it. I thought it was awesome. Really, really good. And Sydney Sweeney is a great actress. I can't believe how good she is. All right, quickly, we have the forecast here for you.
The snow showers winding down. It was a very narrow band. Some got it, some didn't. Still some leftover snow showers closer to Lake Ontario. Other than that, partial sun and a flurry or snow shower today, especially early. Near freezing. Tonight, we've got a quick-moving system coming through, going to produce a little bit of snow. Upper 20s. That snow will last into tomorrow morning, then a mix with a little bit of rain. 38. Could see 1 to 3 inches of snow in the area. Wednesday, Christmas Eve, cloudy. 32. Christmas Day, mainly cloudy. Mild upper 30s. I'm meteorologist Ray Stidgick at the Weather Channel on WIBX 950 AM and 92.3 FM.
Bill, 16 in Herkimer, 16 in Rome, and we are up to 19 in the city of Utica.
Oh, it's balmy out there. On the line right now, it's Christmas week, and people are traveling. And what is AAA saying about the expected travel scene out there? The one and only Tanya J. Powers from Fox News Radio is on the line now. Tanya, good morning.
Hey, good morning.
A lot of travel going on, and certainly tomorrow is one of those busy days. And at least in the Northeast, we're going to be dealing with some tricky traveling conditions with snow on the way.
Yeah, that is the thing that's going to be obviously the wild card in all of this. I mean, holiday travel is always very busy anyway, but anytime you add in any kind of weather nonsense,
Yep.
You never can tell, especially as far as like flight delays and things like that if you're flying. AAA says more than 122 million of us are going to be traveling this holiday travel period that runs between now and January the 1st. Well, it started on the 20th, but yeah, we're kind of in the thick of it now. And they said, about 109 million of us are going to go by car. That's up 2% from last year. 8 million are going to fly, up about 2% from last year. And 4.9% of that, I believe, is going to be somewhere. It's like other forms of travel. I believe that's bus, train, cruise. That category has skyrocketed since 2019.
Yeah,
That's up about 25% from 2019. A lot more folks are going on cruises post-pandemic.
Yeah, it's well. Remember back then, nobody wanted to get on a cruise because they seemed like a giant test tube.
Yeah, for sure.
And the number has grown, and I've heard of others that are like, you know what, this Christmas we decided we're going on a cruise, and if you live here in the Northeast, it seems like it's been winter for a long time. So I understand that. Getting away has got to feel pretty good.
Oh, absolutely. I can definitely understand that. And thinking, okay, I'm going to go spend my holiday with a palm tree someplace.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound terrible, actually.
Well, that's no way to talk about your husband.
That's a goodie.
Okay, well, that is one of the nicer things I guess I could say. But yeah,
That's awesome.
I do hope the weather does not, snarl things and make things worse for folks, especially if you're flying through and going through the TSA. Remember, do not forget. That is not the time to say, I'm just going to toss this weapon in my bag and just carry it on with me. That's not a thing with the TSA. They will correct you of that very quickly. They go to their website or their app and take a look at what you can and cannot bring. Even if you fly kind of regularly, you're thinking, they got a good handle on it. You should double check and make sure. The other thing the TSA says, by the way, is their little tips for holiday packing. Start with an empty bag. Which I never would have thought about this, but apparently if you start with an empty bag, then you're less likely to have left something in there from a previous trip that you might not be able to take with you through the TSA.
Oh, that's a good point.
Okay, yeah.
That's a good point.
And
Dump
I
it
was
all
like,
out.
okay, maybe that kind of makes sense, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, double check and make sure. If you don't fly very often, absolutely check and make sure you've got the right things according to the what you can bring list.
I got to say, there's real truth to that. I have a what do they call the little leather bag that you put your medicine in and put deodorant or whatever? What do they call that?
It's like a travel bag. Just a travel bag.
And I got to tell you, I don't know, because sometimes you use that bag when you're flying. Sometimes you use it on the train. Sometimes you use it just to go, a staycation type thing.
Yeah.
And I got to tell you, coming back once from Vegas, I had the largest pair of scissors in that bag. Had no idea they were even there, and it didn't get caught on the way out. It did not get caught on the way in, and they were orange, for those orange handled big scissors. So never caught it, Tanya. I had no idea till actually we were sitting in Philadelphia waiting to take a quick jump back up to Syracuse, and I'm going through my bag, and there it was, this giant pair of scissors.
But let me have 4 ounces of skincare cream, and I'm immediately going to get pulled all out of the line every single time.
Absolutely right. It just doesn't make sense. So, all right. Well, safe travels if that's what you're doing, Tanya, and we appreciate it as always, and happy holidays.
Absolutely. You too. Thanks.
All right. Thanks so much, Tanya J. Powers from Fox News Radio. Yeah, I'm like, how did they miss this? I don't understand it. Yeah. I have some people that know we're celebrating our 100th anniversary, and I just got a message in. It said, how do you people do it there in 2025? You've been talking for 40 minutes and haven't taken a commercial break.
Oh, we can go longer than that.
We can. This is just a little taste. But as Davey says, take a break, will you? And we will.
Sorry,
Quick break.
Smitty.
We'll come right back at WIBX.
I went in for a regular prostate screening, and my lab results showed my PSA level were elevated.
We repeated the lab test, and the second test came back elevated too. We did a biopsy, and the biopsy showed cancer in certain areas of Philip's prostate.
Dr. Ba performed a prostatectomy at Wayne Hospital using robotic surgery to remove the cancer.
We were able to cure him with smaller incisions, and he had a quick recovery.
Since the surgery, all my PSA level has been normal. I am proof that early detection can prevent something far worse.
I had been lifting something heavy, felt a tinge in my back. I also had some shortness of breath, but thought it was due to what I figured was some kind of muscle pull. I was wrong.
The episodes of pain that Ray was experiencing were actually small heart attacks. The Wynn Emergency Department was able to provide immediate life-saving care to Ray's heart.
If it wasn't for the amazing team at Wynn, I might not be here at all. I feel indebted to everyone who helped make Wynn Hospital a reality so I can get the immediate care I needed right when I needed it.
Thank you for giving my daddy back home.
10 athletes will face the toughest job interview in fitness that will push past physical and mental breaking points. You are the fittest of the fit. Only one of you will leave here with an iFit contract for $250,000.
This is when mindset comes in.
Someone will be eliminated.
Pressure is coming down.
Trainer Games on Prime Video January 8th. Watch the trailer on trainergames.com.
At Audion Hearing, our mission is simple: to make better hearing affordable for everyone. This Christmas holiday, enjoy exclusive savings on our high-quality rechargeable hearing aids. Clear, comfortable, and ready to use right out of the box. And here's a study worth hearing. Research shows that wearing hearing aids can reduce your risk of dementia by up to 61%. Join over 1 million happy customers and shop Christmas holiday deals before they're gone at audionhearing.com. That's AUDIEN hearing.com.
Hurt in a car? Call William Attar. 315-444-4444.
Mattress Express's New Year's sale is on. Save up to $1,350 on New York State's largest selection of bedding from upstate New York's largest specialty bedding retailer. Go to mattressexpressny.com or call 1-800-NEW-BED.
Being prepared for winter weather starts with New Holland. From large snow removal jobs to clearing driveways, New Holland has the equipment to stay one step ahead. Overcome winter's toughest conditions faster, cleaner, and safer with the New Holland lineup of skid steer loaders, compact track loaders, compact wheel loaders, and compact utility tractors. The year-end celebration is going on now. Visit Clinton Tractor today and get equipped for winter.
We are the leader in service, Clinton Tractor.
ClintonTractor.net.
WIBX.
This is Keeler.
WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM.
Now back to the Keeler Show.
So coming up on Wednesday, it's our Christmas Eve extravaganza, and we go from 6 a.m. until noon with a whole bunch. We have a lot of people walking through these stores, and a lot of talent too. A lot of people who are great performers. Some say they've been the greatest. They're the greatest performers ever to set foot.
They've never seen talent like this before.
No, they have not. No.
That's what they tell me.
Anyway, it's the Christmas Eve Extravaganza 2025, and it is sponsored by It's a Utica Thing Restaurant and Bar Catering. They have your holiday party catered. All you got to do is make that phone call right up through the holiday. Pastas and salads and chicken riggies, greens, tomato pie and pizza and so much more. They'll deliver. You can pick up. They'll set up, taking orders through the holiday. Call It's a Utica Thing Kitchen and Bar for holiday catering at 315-738-8946. And if you're looking for a place to bring family for dinner that are coming home and you want to give them the pure taste of Utica Italian food, make a reservation at It's a Utica Thing. You can get gift cards, buy $25, get 5 free. Get the most amazing jarred sauce. Go to itsautica.com, and they'll deliver to anyone, anywhere in the country. Itsautica.com. And the Keeler in the Morning Christmas Eve Extravaganza is coming up on Wednesday. And then after that, it's Mannheim Steamroller. Any games on Christmas Eve? Oh, there's a football game? No?
Christmas Day, there's a game. Are we carrying
the Christmas Day games, right?
There's a college football game on a bowl game. But that has nothing to do with us. That's on TV. But we have all the games on Christmas
on
afternoon.
Christmas Day. Okay.
Yeah.
And then the weekend, of course.
Davey,
too.
it is Hobica's free money question of the day. We have 3 to do this week. And what prize are we looking at here this morning? $200. Okay. Got a great question. $200. Your chance is coming up here. This hour, next hour, we'll talk to Paul Pickett with the Oneida County Republican Party Committee. Assemblyman Robert Smullen is on. Of course, he's running for Congress. And now with Elise Stefanik officially getting out of that spot and says she will not run, he is running for Congress. We'll speak with him coming up. Farmer Ben is in the studio this morning. Year in review for agriculture in Oneida County. And he has a lot to talk about. Jimmy Fallon tickets are now on sale for the February 7th show. It's Jimmy, the host of Fox Across America, and we're going to speak with him coming up at 8:40 this morning.
Oh, we are?
Yeah, he'll be on the air.
Oh, very cool.
So, and by the way, Anne in Rome celebrated a big milestone, a big birthday yesterday. So happy birthday to Anne.
Okay. She's 30.
She's 30 years old.
That's a big one.
Yeah, it's a biggie. Davey, is there anything else that I should be talking about? Stefan broke his ankle. This is how we're ending the year. Stefan broke his ankle. I mean, if I were to write the Christmas card where families gloat and make up really good things about their family and leave out all the bad stuff, I would write one that is honest. Like, yeah, this is crap. I can't wait for 2026. Stefan broke his ankle, etc., etc. All right, news is coming up next.
From the Stanley Theater Studio, WIBX Utica, Rome. WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM, celebrating 100 years.
Did Ukraine do it? I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. That is what Russia is investigating after a general was blown up in Moscow this morning.
The explosive device detonated under the car of Lieutenant General Fanil Sarvarov. Russian investigators say one line of inquiry is that Ukraine's intelligence service was responsible. Sarvarov was head of operational training in the Russian Armed Forces General Staff. He's the third senior officer to be killed in just over a year.
That's Fox's Jonathan Savage. There were talks over the weekend in Miami trying to stop Russia's war in Ukraine. Officials from both countries talked separately with American negotiators on a U.S. brokered peace proposal. The U.S. is pursuing more black market oil in another tanker off the coast of Venezuela, where 2 have already been taken as President Trump has a blockade around the country. Fox's Madeline Rivera reports.
A U.S. official says this third oil tanker is on the U.S. sanctions list, adding it's flying a false flag and is under a judicial seizure order. It's unclear at this time if the vessel has been boarded, but it comes after the U.S. Coast Guard, with the help of the Department of War, seized a second oil tanker off the coast of Venezuela over the weekend.
President Trump posted late last night on Truth Social he supported Louisiana's Governor Jeff Landry, a Republican, as a special envoy to Greenland, which the president wants the U.S. to take control of. He's written Greenland is essential to our national security. Days after Charlie Kirk's widow, Erica, endorsed Vice President Vance for president in 2028, the organization she took over and runs after Kirk's assassination, Turning Point USA, held an America Fest gathering over the weekend. Fox's Matt Finn is there.
Vice President Vance didn't officially acknowledge Erica Kirk's endorsement here at the Phoenix Convention Center, but he did insist that the MAGA movement remains strong.
People of every faith come to our banner because they know that the America First movement will make their lives better.
America's listening to Fox News.
Got any gadgets? Get online protection. NordVPN has a ho-ho holiday deal just for you. Secure up to 10 devices with a single account. NordVPN's Threat Protection Pro feature helps you avoid malware, phishing, and annoying trackers. Just a few taps and you're safer online. Let your gadgets sparkle with online security. Go to NordVPN.com and get up to 77% off plus 3 extra months. NordVPN.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment? That's a lie. Most timeshares can be bought online for $1. To find out what your timeshare is worth and to cancel it, Call us today and we'll send you our timeshare exit kit free with all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley for your free exit info guide. 800-486-9600. That's 800-486-9600.
A manhunt continues in South Africa for gunmen. The day after a mass shooting in a pub in a town west of Johannesburg, 9 people were killed, at least 10 others wounded. A week after that terror attack targeting Jews on Australia's Bondi Beach. Fox's Marianne Rafferty reports.
New court documents revealing the gunman took firearms training at an undisclosed location in the countryside. The documents also state the pair threw 4 improvised explosive devices at the crowd moments before they opened fire. None of those devices detonated. The attack killed 15 people and injured more than 40 others. The victims were gathered at an event celebrating the first night of Hanukkah. A video of the shooter standing in front of an image of the ISIS flag was also released. It shows the terror suspects making anti-Semitic statements and justifications for their actions. The 50-year-old father was killed by police. The 24-year-old son was critically injured.
And he was released from a hospital today, taken to a prison to await a trial on murder and other charges. There is flooding in Northern California. 1 person was killed in Redding. There have also been evacuations, and others needed to be rescued from the high water. On Wall Street, stock futures, they are rising modestly ahead of this week's trading. On Sunday Night Football, a playoff spot clinched.
Stevenson bouncing outside. Ramondre Stevenson with a block by Williams to the end zone. The Patriots take the lead. Touchdown, New England.
And they held on after that late fourth quarter score. The Patriots beat the Ravens 28-24 on NBC. Baltimore falls 2 games behind Pittsburgh in the AFC North Division race after the Steelers beat the Detroit Lions 29-24. The Jacksonville Jaguars snapped the Broncos' 11-game win streak with a 34-20 win in Denver. The Houston Texans won their 7th straight game. Carolina beat Tampa Bay to take over first place in the NFC South, and the Buffalo Bills and Los Angeles Chargers also won to improve their playoff chances. I'm Dave Anthony, and this is Fox News.
Mostly cloudy skies. We have 16 degrees in both Herkimer and Rome, 19 degrees in the city of Utica. Good morning. I'm Jeff Manaski. WIBX 950 AM, 92.3 FM news time is 7:05. This news update is brought to you by Clinton Tractor, the leader in service. Visit clintontractor.net. A 16-year-old male student is facing charges after being found in possession of a non-functional plastic replica of a pistol in his school bag at the Adirondack High School in Boonville. School administration and the special patrol officer were alerted of the situation and secured both the student and his bag without incident. No threat was reported. The United County Sheriff's Office says that 16-year-old, whose name is not being released because of his age, now faces misdemeanor charges of criminal nuisance in the 2nd degree and endangering the welfare of a child. He was then released to a parent. A 21-year-old driver facing several charges after police called 911 reporting a pickup truck driving on Commercial Drive with a wheel missing. Police officers in the area were able to find the vehicle and pull it over after a brief pursuit. The driver, 21-year-old Hunter Larson of Ava, faces several charges, including operating a motor vehicle with inadequate brakes, operating a motor vehicle with inadequate tires, along with felony and misdemeanor charges of DWI. Included is aggravated DWI for allegedly having a blood alcohol content of 0.18 or higher. The place that used to be home to Utica's daily paper now sells rolling papers. A new business opening in downtown Utica. The old Utica Observer Dispatch building is now Puff Theory Cannabis. It's now operating on the first floor of the building. The owners there, Ray Rizzucci and Zach Lazor, say they're looking to hire bud tenders with a pay range of $18 to $22 per hour. And Oneida County Executive Anthony Pacenti announcing the appointment of 2 new department heads, Francis Manfredo as Director of Emergency Services and Daniel DeLuke as the Stop DWI Coordinator. Manfredo has extensive experience in public safety, serving 23 years with the Utica Fire Department as an assistant chief, captain, and lieutenant, and 20 years in law enforcement, including 17 as a police officer with New Hartford Police. Meanwhile, DeLuke served as a lieutenant in the New Hartford Volunteer Fire Department for 5 years and spent 4 years as a quartermaster and full-time EMT at the Central Oneida County Volunteer Ambulance. Both of those appointments, by the way, take effect on January 5th. WIBX 950 AM, 92.3 FM news time is 7:08. Here's a look at your Weather Center forecast for the week of Christmas.
The snow showers winding down. It was a very narrow band. Some got it, some didn't. Still some leftover snow showers closer to Lake Ontario. Other than that, partial sun and a flurry or snow shower today, especially early, near freezing. Tonight, we've got a quick-moving system coming through, going to produce a little bit of snow, upper 20s. That snow will last into tomorrow morning, then a mix with a little bit of rain, 38. Could see 1 to 3 inches of snow in the area. Wednesday, Christmas Eve, cloudy, 32. Christmas Day, mainly cloudy, mild, upper 30s. I'm meteorologist Ray Stejik at the Weather Channel on WIBX 950 AM and 92.3 FM.
16 in Herkimer and Rome, 19 in the city of Utica. It is 7:09. All right, from the IBEW 43 local sports desk, another Sunday of action is in the books. The Buffalo Bills survive against the Browns. 23-20 was your final. Josh Allen was able to shake off an ankle or foot injury to stay in the game, but did a lot of pocket passing in the second half. Obviously, a big win for the Bills. They were hoping for a loss from the Patriots last night, but New England clinched its first playoff berth since 2021 as they beat the Baltimore Ravens last night, a final of 28-24. The Giants lost to the Vikings 16-13 at home. Jackson Dart threw for just 33 yards and an interception. The Giants still hold the top pick in April's draft. They will visit the Raiders coming up on Sunday. Elsewhere, the Jets were crushed by the Saints 29-6 on the road. Brady Cook threw for almost 200 yards to go along with an interception. A key player on the Steelers could be dealing with some disciplinary action. DK Metcalf was seen throwing a punch at a Lions fan during the team's 29-24 win in Detroit. The incident happened in the second quarter when the star wide receiver had an exchange with a fan sitting in the front row. No flag was thrown on the play. Metcalf will likely face just a fine, according to many NFL insiders. A pair of underseeded teams advanced as number 9 Alabama beat 8th seed Oklahoma 34-24, and number 10 seed Miami over Texas A&M 10-7. The college football playoff got into full swing this weekend. The other two games were not nearly as close as number 5 Oregon beat 12th seed James Madison 51-34, and Ole Miss, the 6th seed, took down number 11 Tulane 41-10. Week 16 of the NFL season concludes with the Colts hosting the 49ers on Monday Night Football, an important game for Bills fans because a loss from the Colts means the Bills will clinch a playoff spot. And our man, Uncle Smitty, the Syracuse basketball team plays tonight.
Yeah, Stony Hill College.
And that's on ACC.
Another great ice cream company.
Yes.
ACC Extra, 7 o'clock.
Thanks, buddy. Syracuse.
The Stony Hill pistachio is just so good.
I keep calling them the Stonebridge club team.
Meanwhile, let me tell you, we play these teams. Syracuse plays these teams, and it looks like they're playing like Duke or somebody. They're in the game. These teams they should be blowing out are in the game, and they can't make their free throw shots.
Syracuse did improve to 7-1 at home as they beat Northeastern on Saturday. The final there, 91-83. Overall, Syracuse is 8-4. Nathan George scored a season-high 22 points. And as I said, 22 points was a season high for a Syracuse player. He was 12 of 14 from the free throw line, by the way, which is good news for Smitty, because he's absolutely right when he criticizes how poor the team has been from the charity stripe.
Anything you want to add to that, Davey? No. Okay.
Is your mojo down again today?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. We had a Christmas party, and
it's a short week.
He was Davey was well decorated with a date to the Christmas party.
Can we talk about that?
If you want to.
Yeah.
Smitty had a date.
He had a date.
She was very nice. It was nice to finally meet her.
Thank you.
I thought she was very, very sweet.
That was wild, wasn't it? That was we've had too many parties. There's just too many parties going on. Just too many parties.
Can we talk more about that? I'm not Chris.
Don't say anything because I was asked not to say anything.
Okay.
And I'm gonna
I love the place. It's great.
Yes, where we were is wonderful, but that's all I have to say about that. How about the weather that day? Was crazy, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was like 54 when we ended the show.
Pouring rain,
and then
pouring rain.
By the time we started the Christmas party at noon, it was like 38 or something like that.
Yeah, crazy. Wrap up the year with extra cheer and extra savings at GPO Federal Credit Union. Drive into the new year with an auto loan as low as 4.2%. That's 4.24% APR for 60 months on 2022 to 2026 models with checking and direct deposit, or grow your savings with their 14-month term share certificate special at 4% APY. Need a little extra for the holidays or winter home upgrades? Their holiday loan and warm home loan are both as low as 5.99% APR for 12 months. Visit gpofcu.com or your nearest branch and wrap it up the year. You can wrap up the year in savings only at GPO. Your journey, their commitment, GPO Federal Credit Union. Committed to excellence. Membership eligibility required. NCUA insured. Rates based on credit. Restrictions apply. Offer ends 12/31. Hard to believe that... I shouldn't say that, but it is hard to believe that we're smack dab in the middle of all of the holiday celebrations, and New Year's Eve is just around the corner. Around the corner. And Herkimer County, if you're looking for things to do over the holiday, there is so much to do, and the weather looks like it is cooperating. Old Forge is beautiful this time of year. Old Forge at Christmas is something to see, and it's in Herkimer County. Feel free to check it out. Go to their website at herkimercountyny.gov/events, where you can find all of the things that are happening. And if you have an event that you'd like to include, you can submit it as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's Herkimer County. Herkimer County, where history, commerce, and beauty collide. It is happening in Herkimer County. Coming up, Paul Pickett is the United County Chair, Republican Party Committee member, who wants to respond to a letter that Rozier put out with his name in it, and he would like to respond. This back and forth is how the year is going to end in the Republican committee. It has been a tumultuous, you know what I'm saying, year in politics, and we'll get into it coming up here at WIBX.
BME Company Business Machines and Equipment has been delivering office solutions for businesses in upstate New York for over 30 years. Their success comes from finding the right document management strategies and software solutions for streamlining workflows. Simply put, BME provides fast, reliable service at the best value to keep your business running smoothly. Through BME's strategic partnership with Hummel's Office Plus, they distribute supplies for just about every machine in your office at a great price. BME welcomes the opportunity to serve your business, selling, leasing, and service in Canon and Kyocera devices, as well as FP mailing solutions. An important part of BME's culture is supporting the communities they're fortunate to work in, and BME recognizes that support is one reason for their success. The future of business in BME's area is encouraging, and the company is grateful to be a part of that growth. Call BME Company at 315-574-8200 or visit BMEcompany.com. BME Company Office Solutions. Made simple.
Utica and the Mohawk Valley, Mattress Express's New Year's sale is on. We are upstate New York's largest specialty retail bedding store chain, and we have New York State's largest selection of mattresses. Listen to this. Save up to $1,350 on names like Tempur-Pedic, Stearns & Foster, Sealy, Purple, Puffy, the Smart Bed by Instinct Comfort, Posh and Lavish, Therapeutic, Simmons Beauty Rest, Black, Serta, Eye Comfort, Avocado, and more. Take up to 5 years to pay with no money down for qualified buyers. No credit check payment plans available, and a large selection of spa-grade massage chairs. With our guaranteed lowest price program, we beat any local advertised price on a mattress we carry. 3 stores to serve you in New Hartford on Commercial Drive next to Pet Supplies Plus, in Oneida in the Glenwood Plaza by the movie theaters, and a new store in Rome on Black River Boulevard in the Black River Plaza. Call 1-800-NEW-BEDS or go to mattressexpressny.com.
Each store independently owned and operated and not part of a chain or cooperative buying group.
You don't need to drive all around. Come to Seneca and Valley for the best prices in town. Save on every bottle, every case, every day. Their 40-mile price match backs you all the way.
It's the most wonderful time of the year, and Seneca and Valley are here to make your holiday gatherings and spirits even brighter. Enjoy 20% off when you mix and match any case of wine, now extended through New Year's Eve. Discover unique, hand-selected bourbon and tequila barrels, ideal for gifting, and explore even more lowest price of the year sale items on our websites. Celebrate the season with the perfect wine and liquor from Seneca Wine and Liquor in New Hartford and Valley Wine and Liquor in Herkimer.
We're one big family, two great stores, ready to save you more.
The 2026 Seize the Deal golf cart is back, and it's about to make you the coolest gift giver this holiday season. For only $75, you get 15 rounds of golf at some of the area's top courses. 15 rounds, $75. Play favorite courses like Pine Hills Golf Club, Valley View Golf Course, and Meadow Link Golf Course, plus plenty more. But heads up, when they're gone, they're gone. So get your 2026 Seize the Deal golf cart now at seizethedeal.com or log into this station's website.
Celebrating 100 years. This is Keeler. WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM.
Now back to the Keeler Show.
Did you see, Jeff, that Swifties in the Albany region, the two Swifties in the Albany region have reopened?
Yes, I have a message out to my
you know where he's got to
contact
be,
locally.
Davey. Put him where he's got to be, man. Come on.
I have a message out to my contact at the local Swifties and
So
to see if they're in line
Utica
to open.
is not open yet, but at least the Albany ones have reopened.
This is a story I have from the capital region here. Weeks after being shut down by the state, the two Swifties pub locations in Delmar and Colony are back open. They were shuttered back on December 4th for non-payment of more than $2 million in taxes. The owner tells the Times-Union that he wasn't trying to get away with anything, and things just ended up getting away from him. So he wasn't trying to get away with.
I think that's
things
fair.
got away from.
I like that. I like that statement because it is true. And if you've ever been in that situation with a business, you're scrambling. You're borrowing from Peter to pay Paul. And it mounts. And you know what? I'm going to get it next week. And then all of a sudden, that big chunk of cash that's coming in, maybe it does come in, but there are 19 other places where it has to go.
Right.
And then you're like, I don't want to leave myself with nothing. So time and time, the government doesn't get paid. The problem you have with, I don't know what it was, but sales tax, you can't mess around with that. Yeah. And the other thing you can't mess around with is payroll taxes. Because the government looks at that is so if Bob gets a paycheck and it's $2,000.
Okay.
And you are in a situation where you just don't have enough to cover everybody's payroll. That's a tough place to be. So you're like, all right, I'm going to pay everybody not through payroll. We're just going to pay everybody just so they get paid. So Bob gets his $2,000, but Bob's check would have been $2,600 had the taxes all came out. So that $600 is not the business's. That's Bob's money. And Bob gives it to, and ultimately he may get it back at the end of the year when he files his taxes.
Mm-hmm.
So you're really stealing from your own employees if you're not paying that. So I don't know if it was exclusively sales tax or if it included payroll, but you can't, they'll shut you right down. And, that's what happened.
It is what happened. So I've got a message out to see if they plan to reopen the Utica location. But Swifties in Delmar and Colony are back open for business.
I'll say one more thing about this. I do think that most people who are trying to do things, with the exception of the only exception I can come up with is probably the Oneida County Republican Committee. Most people have good intentions.
Sure.
Most people really want to make things. Did you get that? I did that. Did you check that out? Most people really want to do what's right and to do good things, but it just gets away from them. I feel like that description is a very fair description.
Yeah, and, like you said, the state doesn't play around with stuff like that. Interestingly, they love to play around, though, when it comes to budget season. It'll be 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks late.
Yeah. And
nobody comes in and seizes the Capitol.
Exactly right. I'll tell you one more. Early on in my life, I was 22 years old at a DJ service, and I got nailed pretty hard and learned a very valuable lesson. Number one, my accountant was paying sales tax. We didn't have to pay sales tax. So for 2 years, we paid sales tax. And over here, I owed money on because what I thought when I'm sending DJs all around, because it wasn't just me, I had 5 other DJs that worked for me, or they were contract employees. So I saw them as contractors. The state saw them as employees. So I got charged all of that back, taxes, all of that. I'm 22 years old. And I remember sitting down and saying, the Internal Revenue Service, which I vehemently respect, said, well, where did this come from? And I said, I don't know. You're the IRS agent. You figure it out. And from that moment,
there was a tone change.
Everything changed for me, and it was ugly, ugly, ugly. So I can tell you that now, my point for this, though, that I find very interesting is I paid sales tax for 2 years. I then filed paperwork that my accountant should not have filed. We shouldn't have been paying sales tax. It was a service, and under the rules, that doesn't fall in the category of paying a sales tax. So I applied to get the money back. 2 years of sales tax. No, we can't. You gave it to us. We can't give it back. Now, imagine if you did that.
Oh, my goodness.
Right? If they gave you money and then they decide, oops, we made a mistake, a clerical error, and we gave you all this money that we shouldn't have given you, do you think they'll take it back?
No. Yeah, absolutely. Before you even realize.
They won't even warn you. It'll just come out of your account. So
yeah, they don't care if your bank account then goes negative because of their action. They don't care.
Those were good lessons to learn as an early on entrepreneur. The lesson, of course, the learned lesson was you better work for somebody. Otherwise. In studio right now is Paul Pickett. He is are you still with the Oneida County Republican Committee?
Yes.
Okay. And you want to, of course, you sued the chairman over a lot of different things, including procedural issues that are pretty important.
Yes.
Yeah. And you ended up losing. Are you going to appeal? Because the judge literally said to you, I hope you appeal. I think you should appeal.
I got that wrong. I encourage you to appeal.
Encourage you to appeal.
I think you have some great arguments.
Okay.
But my hands are tied, according to precedent.
Based on...
That's what she said.
Okay. And what are you going to do?
Well, I am planning to appeal. Barring something seriously unexpected that I learned in my research.
You're going to appeal.
I'm going to appeal.
Okay. And then you received a letter that Rozier put out that had your name in it. And what do you want to talk about with that?
Yeah. It'd be nice if we could just, this is largely wanting to respond to my own committee so that they know the information. And this shouldn't have to be broadcasted over the air in order to reach our own members.
And by the way, for the record, you have reached out to us to come on. It's not like we're saying, hey, what do you have to say now?
Oh, yeah.
And we've kind of put it off a little bit because I didn't know that there was anything new. But here you are. So what do you have?
All right. So he uses a lot of legal speak in here. I'm going to translate one of these paragraphs real quick.
All right.
I am pleased to report that the court has dismissed the proceeding based on the petitioner's failure to comply with mandatory procedural requirements under New York state election law. The court's ruling confirms that the petition did not satisfy the statutory prerequisites necessary for judicial review. And translate. It didn't file within 10 days, so we couldn't review it, according to precedent. He uses legal speak like that.
And that was the reasoning for you? That was your reasoning?
That was the only reasoning his counsel offered, was that this is late, and, you also don't have special harm, so you don't have legal standing to bring this suit, which is not accurate. I was thrown out of a meeting without proper procedure.
Yeah.
And
what did the judge use to say that she did not have the authority to rule on this?
So this is the first level court, Supreme Court. The next level is appellate, and there was an appellate decision that she felt explicitly said you need to file within 10 days regarding.
Okay, so their argument.
It was an appellate level.
argument that it was outside the 10-day requirement, she upheld that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Based by legal precedent at a
So
higher
what
court.
you're saying here is, I wouldn't be celebrating because the only reason that this decision came is because you didn't file within that 10 days, not because what's being done at the county Republican group is legal and correct.
Right. And in his papers, he didn't counter any of my specific arguments. He only said, you can't bring this argument. He didn't address anything.
Right. So I hate to say this, and I could be wrong, but I believe if at the appellate level, they will again look at the mechanics, maybe that's not the right word, the mechanics of the action.
Right.
So
what are you
even if
appealing?
they feel like you're correct,
yes,
and that the way they handled you was incorrect, and even if they side with you on your position, they look at it and go, but that still didn't meet the 10 days in the 10 days there.
You're right. I'm going to be appealing based on the 10 days interpretation. Like when she said you have some good arguments, that was in the context of to say that this 10-day statute of limitations does not apply. But she looked at the precedent, the other case that's higher than her, and said, based on their interpretation, I don't think I can have that conversation with you and make my own judgment. My
So
hands are
your
tied.
appeal is only that the 10-day rule does not apply here.
Primarily. I want to touch on some other things, but that's the main thing. I'm going to appealing, and the appellate level has the authority to make that decision. It was the 2nd District down in New York City that said this judgment, and
you'll get
the 4th
Rochester
District,
up here most likely, right?
Yeah, the 4th District doesn't have a decision on this yet, and I would, anyway. At that point, their decision is, it's not binding. It's suggestive or argumentative.
Okay. Well, I do have to say that if there's, I would think that any appellate court in New York would become New York law and a New York precedent, even though it wasn't in our district or what have you. What makes you think they will, or you feel they'll clarify?
Yeah, at worst, we get really good clarification.
Okay,
Because the wording says like a proceeding with respect to the contents of a political committee meeting.
Okay.
That's everything in a political committee meeting. That's the current interpretation, and given context, I think I have a really good argument to overturn that.
Yeah.
And if not, at least clarify.
I do have to say that there was an attorney that reached out to us, a legal person who reached out to us when you were first doing this, saying that that the deadline had been missed. And that was going to be the ultimate problem for you.
Given current precedent, that's accurate. But I think that should be overturned.
I get that that's problematic, and I'm not going to say that I agree or disagree with it, but it is what it is. You got to file within the 10 days. Let me ask you, there's got to be lawyers on the Republican committee. There's, almost 300 members, over 300 members. Are any of them stepping up to help you?
There are a couple.
They haven't just volunteered. There's been a little advice here and there, and I'm going to be reaching out for more. But
sure.
At least one of them, in her job with the state level or something, she can't actually represent somebody while she's in that function, in that job. So she can't offer to.
But she could offer you advice.
Yeah. Yeah. She could offer insight like this is understandable.
Okay. All right.
Let me also ask, have there been any meetings since the meeting that you were thrown out of or since you've brought this legal action?
There was one special meeting. In between those two events, there was one meeting, and that was to adopt some new rules, a page and a half.
Okay.
I did want to touch on one thing. Rozier says here that I should have, that there's required internal remedies were not exhausted, and he cites Election Law 2-116, which is removing committee members. And so he's implying that I should have asked to have him removed, which requires a 10-day heads up, which doesn't leave you within the 10 days to sue. So that makes no sense.
Right. No, I agree with you there. So it makes you choose one or the other. Also, are you still on the committee? Are you still?
I am.
You're not.
Are you still attending the meetings?
We haven't had any meetings, but yes, I will.
All right. Okay.
Sure.
Right.
Okay.
And what happened on Friday? There was a big fundraiser on Friday, and was it Lisa Stefanik did not show? Was that because she was going to get out of the race? I'm assuming.
I don't know.
I'm
not that familiar with
what
was going on there.
All right. Anything else you want us to know before we head into the holiday week?
Oh, I knew some people were hoping to call in, but I don't know if we're already out of time. It was named multiple people. They said that they joined into. I filed and other people joined. They testified. They literally testified that the facts that they saw and what they experienced, and Rozier fingers them as, ooh, they joined this proceeding. And he mentions all the being a bad timing with the election. It was a month and a half before the election when he decided to change all of our bylaws and not follow the bylaws when changing it. I would say in our country, if you want to change the rules, you need to follow the rules to do it. Otherwise, the rules don't matter. Constitution all the way down. That's sacred.
Correct. If there's slippery slope written all over this. And then when is Rozier up for re-election?
That's petitioning for those positions is going to be up in 2 months or so, and then the election is the end of next year.
Okay, the end of next year.
Yeah, it's election time.
Okay, all right.
But a lot of planning has to be done before that in order to.
Sure. That
there's
makes
efforts
sense.
Happening for that.
All right. Well, you can hang here. There's somebody that wants to call in and get into this. I'll get back with you, but let me break first.
Sure.
We have a WIBX free money question of the day coming up. Also, Assemblyman Robert Smullen is reacting to the news of Elise Stefanik dropping out of the race, and that's the governor's race. But also, this is key, announcing that she will not run for re-election. That means, get ready, 2026 is going to mean commercials galore from outside coming in on this congressional race. And it's going to be a biggie. 734. Davey, let's do a WIBX free money question of the day. It's worth $200. We'll take caller number 7 right now at 315-736-0186. I'm going to go with the category. I'll tell you in advance. I'm going to go with the category holidays. Holidays.
Okay.
We'll take caller 7 right now. 315-736-0186. Your chance to win from Hobica and WIBX is right now.
Celebrating 100 years. This is Keeler. WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM. Now back to the Keeler Show.
Tim, I'm delaying my cancer screening because my holiday list is just too big. I gotta buy the gifts, wrap the gifts, and find the inflatable Santa that mysteriously blew away.
You launched it with a leaf blower.
What are you talking about?
Oh my God. Listen, if you die of cancer, none of this matters. Not the lights, not the gifts, not Santa the Hindenburg.
Make sure you have a holiday list to complete next year. Listen to your doctor. Early detection of cancer can save your life.
This year, give the gift of music, the gift of awe and wonder, the gift of a beautiful summer's day in upstate New York, highlighted with world-class opera and musical theater just minutes from Cooperstown. This year, give the gift of the Glimmerglass Festival. A variety of ticket packages are available for our 2026 season, or give a Glimmerglass gift card so they can enjoy the performances that fit their schedule. Visit glimmerglass.org and begin planning the summer experience of a lifetime at the 2026 Glimmerglass Festival.
Sniffles and sneezes got you down? GoodRx is here to help with big savings on commonly prescribed cold and flu meds. GoodRx is free and easy to use. GoodRx is accepted at all major pharmacies like CVS, Walmart, and Walgreens. Just search your prescription, find a coupon, then show your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx is not insurance, but it works whether you have insurance or not. If you do, GoodRx may beat your copay price. Download the free app or visit goodrx.com to save today.
Your ambition just met its match with Robinhood. Trade stocks and ETFs, options, futures, and crypto all on one platform. Get started today at Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Your money, your move. All investments involve risk, including loss of principal. Options, futures, and crypto trading carry significant risk and may not suit all investors. Securities offered through Robinhood Financial LLC, member SIPC. Futures trading is offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, not FDIC or SIPC protected. Crypto offered through Robinhood Crypto LLC, NMLS ID 1702840, not FDIC or SIPC protected. Portfolio management offered by Robinhood Strategies, an SEC registered advisor.
Brought to you by Tallman's Tire and Auto Repair, located in Utica, Yorkville, Rome, and Herkimer, and online at tallmanstire.com.
The snow shower's winding down. It was a very narrow band. Some got it, some didn't. Still some leftover snow showers closer to Lake Ontario. Other than that, partial sun and a flurry or snow shower today, especially early. Near freezing. Tonight, we've got a quick moving system coming through, going to produce a little bit of snow, upper 20s. That snow will last into tomorrow morning, then a mix with a little bit of rain, 38. Could see 1 to 3 inches of snow in the area. Wednesday, Christmas Eve, cloudy, 32. Christmas Day, mainly cloudy, mild upper 30s. I'm meteorologist Ray Stejcik at the Weather Channel on WIBX 950 AM and 92.3 FM.
Well, we have mostly cloudy skies, and it is 17 at WIBX.
WIBX. This is Keeler. WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM. Now back to the Keeler Show.
All right, good morning. It's 7:37, and it's Monday leading up to our Christmas Eve extravaganza, which happens on Wednesday from 6 a.m. till noon. Great program. It's really our biggest show of the year, and it's a lot of fun. Davey says it's a lot of work. Do you agree with that, Davey? It's a lot of work, but you have fun in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody's like, "Oh, you're an award winner, Davey. You're this, you're that." Let me take a picture with Davey. I mean, everywhere we turn, Davey, you can't keep up with it.
Yep.
It's tough to keep up with.
Smitty has fun in there, and I have greens in here.
Larry is in Sequoia. Hello, Larry. Good morning.
Good morning, Bill.
So, you know the way this works. I throw a question at you. You'll have 7 seconds to answer the question. Get it in before the buzzer, and bingo. That's how it works. So let's give it a shot. This comes from the Hobica Law Firm. Joseph and Andrew Hobica. For your legal needs, call 315-724-1600. And we're using today, as you might know, Larry, the category is holidays. And I assume you're ready to go.
I'm ready.
All right, here's your question. In the TV movie Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, on what date did the snowstorm hit? Ready, go.
Christmas Eve.
Was it December 24th? And it was. You want to challenge
Was it the
that?
23rd?
It was the 22nd.
Oh.
It hit, if you remember, 2 days before Christmas. Oh, Rudolph, that nose, that beautiful nose. Won't you guide my sleigh tonight?
That's very good, Bill. Well, 2 days before Christmas is the 23rd.
It was 2 days before Christmas Eve.
Oh, okay. Well, that's
2 days,
the 22nd.
I spoke incorrectly. So it was 2 days before Christmas Eve. Oh, I have a researcher on this. She's good. She's the one that's always like, your question was wrong today. I'm like, darn it all. But she's good. Well, listen, around here, Larry, as you know, we don't like people losing. So we're going to give you the all-in-one food and fun card. It's a $25 gift card, good at Aquavino and Babes and Taylor and the Cook, at the Odd, at Nexus, etc., etc. And we're going to give you a $30 car wash to the Tidal Wave Auto Spa. I got to tell you, this is the one that was opening at Zeb's. I don't know if you've seen it over there, Larry.
Yes, I have. I've been there.
And they're open. I love how there's a chamois at the end. That's kind of cool.
Yeah,
drives,
that is neat.
Yeah, drives your vehicle off. But it ain't cheap. We have $30 gift cards, and you get one of them. So stand by, all right?
All right, thank you.
All right, Larry. Happy holidays. Thank you so much.
They got the vacuums there. You do the free vacuum.
You do all of that stuff.
Also.
Yeah. And people are loving it because there are lines all over the place. Let me stand by. I know you got a couple things you want to add over there, Paul. So Stefan Rubitsky is on the line. I know he sounds a little tough to hear him and understand what he's saying because he does have a broken ankle. Good morning, Stefan.
Well, hello, Bill, Jeff, and Davey.
All right, what do you want here this morning? Good morning.
Well, this morning I have a little bit of an update. This morning I see the orthopedic doctor.
Okay.
All right. Now,
regarding my foot.
Are you in a cast?
It's a splint. It's a it's a temporary cast.
Okay.
Okay, so when you see the doctor this morning, is the idea you're going to get a cast on it, or he's going to tell you whether or not you need surgery?
I do not know yet, but they got the x-rays when I called there on Friday, and I see them this morning. I'll have a further update tomorrow.
Okay.
So, yeah, because if they have to do surgery, they literally have to break it again.
Is that how that works?
Was it a hairline fracture? It had to be because you were walking on it.
Yeah, they say it was some type of fracture on the paperwork I got here.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, listen, I know it's hard to get around. You're on crutches, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not easy. So good luck. Be careful. And Stefan has a request, and I figured we might as well get it out here. Davey, do you know what the request is? You don't? Manaski, do you know?
He wants us to drop some food after the show.
I can't even believe you nailed it. You should do the free money question every day because you'd win every day. Stefan is asking that.
I love that little nervous sigh from Stefan.
Stefan is asking that on Wednesday's show, because Stefan was coming at 9 on Wednesday's show, if somebody, well, you ask. Go ahead. I'll let you do the asking.
Well, since I am kind of homebound right now, I'm wondering if someone can deliver food for me on Wednesday.
So during the show, of course, it's a Utica thing. Kitchen and Bar will be catering with some of the greatest foods. And some people, most people, really enjoy that. It's a little kickoff to their Christmas Eve festivities. And so we'll see if we can work. Davey,
here we go. I got my magic 8-ball here. Hang on.
Will someone bring Stefan food?
Yeah, Stefan, I'll bring you food.
Oh, you're going to get food. Wow, Stefan. Okay, there you go.
Thank you.
And you might even get it from Manaski, of all people. That's awesome.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy. All right, say goodbye.
Bye, Bill.
Have a wonderful day and watch a lot of TV. He's going to be sitting in front of that TV. He's not able to be overly mobile right now. Okay, Paul Pickett, do you have anything to add? I know that you said you did, and what do you want to add?
Let's see. There's been I've received $1,000 so far from various donors.
So I had said in the last time you're going to need a legal fund. You should start a GoFundMe, and you did.
I did.
When did you start it?
On Saturday, I went and put it up. I tested, and you can find it by searching Paul Pickett. It's the one with the picture of Statue of Liberty. There's at least 4 different Paul Picketts that have done things, but Paul Pickett's backing Paul Pickett's legal challenge for democracy.
Okay. So, and how much have you raised? $1,000?
I've gotten that before I did that. That was stuff that was handed in hand.
Okay.
People have heard that Democrats have been funding this.
I've heard that. Are Democrats funding you?
No. I mean, they can donate to this, but that has not been what's going on.
Okay,
and
these are Republicans.
Yeah, these are Republicans.
That are challenging Mr. Rozier, feel that it's going the wrong way. Yeah. Republicans, not wackos, not liberals, not Democrats, whatever.
And most of them committee members.
Okay, and
it's been bigger donations. $1,000 since Saturday actually is much better than I thought you were going to say.
$1,000 he got before Saturday.
Yeah, before Saturday.
Oh, okay.
Like so sprinkled right through. It's been $50 to $200 increments.
Good for you.
How much do you have on GoFundMe right now?
0.
0. That's what I was.
I just started it. I haven't shared it out yet. Whatever.
Okay.
You guys, you can be the first.
All right. We would say to you, share away, get it out there.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Well, anything else? That's good, Paul. We appreciate it. Anything else? You're good. All right.
Yeah. No time for callers.
Well, we didn't get any.
I didn't.
You didn't?
Yeah.
I was hounded by at least one person that really wanted to get on. Okay.
Well,
I don't know what happened.
We're welcome. We will take other perspectives on this, but you mentioned the phone calls. Yeah. We got 2 calls, but they were both for the Smitty show in the other room. So
I had one thing I could add that Rozier brought up.
Okay, be quick because I got to move on.
The statutes that you have to meet under his case law said that you've got to resolve it internally. Judicial actions can only be under a clear showing that the party has or leaders have violated election law, party's own rules, or otherwise violating the rights of party members. And I demonstrated all of those.
Yeah.
So why is that his objection?
All right. So from this point, we'll see what happens when you take this to the appellate court. Yeah. All right.
Paul, thank you and good luck.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Let me go to Assemblyman Robert Smullen, who is on the line right now, reacting to the news that we might have heard on Friday that Elise Stefanik's, well, we didn't might have heard on Friday, we heard on Friday that Elise Stefanik has dropped out of the governor's race. And furthermore, which I think is big news, is not running for re-election. And Robert Smullen, Assemblyman, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Bill. It's great to be on WIBX this morning.
So, all right, tell me, if you would, your thoughts. I know you sent out some real positives about Elise Stefanik, and she says she wants to spend time with her family. Some people believe there's more to it. than that, including the New York Post. But anything you want to say about Elise Stefanik?
Well, she's been a great representative for NY21, the North Country. She's always been a strong conservative leader, tireless advocate for upstate New York. She delivers results. She would have made an excellent governor, and I was very proud to support her campaign. I really think that I wish her and her family nothing but the best. I know all about how hard public service can be on families, and I'm very grateful for her years of service to NY21.
And then for you're all in here.
I am. I'm running for NY21. I announced on November 20th. I've got 55 local endorsements. I've raised over $500,000. I'm really out there getting my way all around the 21st Congressional District. I've been in Oneida County. I've been in Herkimer County. I've been in Franklin, in Clinton, in St. Lawrence counties. And I'm really out there earning the trust of voters here at home.
Yeah. Go ahead, Jeff.
Well, so can I just ask you, and Mr. Smolin, the point of the question is to not bait you into something that's going to get you in trouble with Trump. But there's this report in the New York Post that claims to have insider information that Congresswoman Stefanik was upset with the way Trump handled discussing her and Bruce Blakeman, and that she wasn't explicitly getting the endorsement, and that prompted her decision. I mean, that had one.
Well, if I can, the Post story, it was a Republican strategist who made these comments. Elise Stefanik has not made these comments.
Well, okay, someone inside the party said this is what he was seeing going on.
Basically saying that she was humiliated.
Yes.
The fact that he should have endorsed her right off the bat. She has been so loyal to Trump, and something must have happened, but it was demoralizing was the quote that was used.
Are you surprised that, first of all, it had to be a shock that she dropped out, and secondly, are you surprised that the president did not explicitly support her campaign for governor?
Yeah, it was a big surprise that she dropped out so suddenly. But frankly, I can't control what the president does. I was proud to endorse Elise Stefanik from day one of her governor's campaign. I've campaigned with her in the New York 21st Congressional District. My district, the 118th Assembly District, overlaps 5 of the 15 counties. And I also got to say that I'm proud to be the only President Trump supporter in this race for Congress. I was appointed by President Trump. That's what America First will mean, and Upstate First will mean in this district when I'm the nominee. But as far as Elise goes, I was proud to endorse her. I'm focused on the race, though. But I would also like the president to endorse me. I think that would be very important in this NY21 race. What we have to have is that Republicans across the state are united in wanting leadership who delivers results for New Yorkers. One-party rule is not working in New York State, and that's how I'm going to help put Upstate First in Congress.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you getting support from the chairs in Herkimer County and in Oneida County?
I am getting support from all of the chairs across all of the districts. I'm going to compete very vigorously for their endorsements in this coming season when we go to all of the Republican and conservative parties and ask for their support. I intend to be the party nominee of the conservative and the Republican parties in this NY21 race.
I have somebody asking here, where do you stand on the ACA? Would you support that, or are you going to let New Yorkers go and others around the country go with those higher insurance rates? If you were in Congress right now, what would you do?
Well, I would actually take a look at where all of the Medicaid provisions are from New York. I know a lot about the state budget in New York, and I know that 1 out of 3 New Yorkers is on Medicaid. What I also know is that there are people on the Medicaid rolls that should not be on there, either from an income eligibility standpoint or whether they are illegally in this country. So that would be the first step in sorting out the whole mess that the actual insurance system is. It's a big mess.
What kind of number, though? If there are people on that should not be on it, what percentage? Do you have an actual percentage with proof, with evidence that this is happening, not anecdotal?
No, I don't have a specific number, Bill. That would be disingenuous of me to say so. But from what I've seen in previous iterations of the Medicaid task force that's reinvented things, we've got some serious issues with fraud in New York State.
Yeah. So how would you vote?
Right now, if I had to vote, I would vote as the One Beautiful bill had been. I would have voted for that.
Okay. All right.
Let me also ask, I know the Sticker Mule CEO guy is running, saying he's going to run again.
Could I interrupt just for a moment?
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Mr. Smullen, do you have sweatshirts to give us, hoodies, free stuff?
A rap song?
Well,
if you could, because that's going to get my vote. Send me a hooded sweatshirt. I need one more, and I'm going to cast a vote that way. I'm being extremely facetious. Give me a break. It's ridiculous. It's like he's promoting his business more than anything else.
Well, I'm running on my record as a public servant. I'm running on 24 years in the United States Marine Corps. I'm the battle-tested public servant in this race, and I'm actually out there to earn the trust of the voters, to earn in first in a Republican primary, but then in the general election. I'm out there because this district deserves a serious battle-tested voice who's going to build on the foundation of Elise Stefanik in the North Country.
I think we absolutely agree. You have experience, and that's one of the important things. But again, moreover, can you beatbox? Can you do that? I'm sorry.
Well, and,
just kidding.
And
you guys,
if you don't,
I love being on your show.
Here's the real question.
Sucking you right back into this.
I'm sorry. If you don't get Trump's endorsement, will you step out?
I'm staying in the race no matter what.
Gotcha. Okay. Awesome.
And then the other part, if we could, and I want to throw this, and I will admit that this is I think it's a slow pitch that you're going to be able to hit out of the park. And that is your military experience. How will that affect and guide you when this district has not only Fort Drum but Griffiths as well? I would think that plays a big role for your qualifications when it comes to representing the district.
Oh yeah, it does. The Air Force Research Lab is one of the increasingly important engines. It does unmanned aerial vehicles. UAVs. It also does cybersecurity, things that I know a lot about. I would be a very effective representative for Oneida County, but also Fort Drum. Fort Drum, the 10th Mountain Division, I served in combat with troopers from the 10th Mountain Division. I know what it's like from my Marine Corps experience, 3 combat tours in Afghanistan, what military families need, what the soldiers need to succeed. And I think I would be a great representative for all of those people in this 21st Congressional District.
All right. And I do have Ken here who's asking, Ken is the person who asked the original question, how would you vote on the extension of ACA? And he's following up. The question is not about Medicaid, Mr. Assemblyman. The question is about ACA, which is different than Medicaid. Are you dodging the question, or how would you vote on ACA?
I would vote no. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Assemblyman Robert Smullen, we appreciate your time. I'm so glad to see that the bill passed that has your son's name on it and was signed by the governor. That's big, and our hearts still go out to you and your family for what occurred there, and it's such a great honor that some good is carrying forward as a result of the terrible tragedy.
Well, thank you, Bill. When life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. That's my wife and I, our decision, and we're very proud of our son, and we're very glad that both the Senate and the Assembly unanimously passed the A.J. Smullen Traffic Safety Memorial Bill, and we're looking for that to represent all of the people who have lost loved ones in car accidents, in speeding, drunk driving, motorcycle accidents. People deserve to be able to memorialize their loved ones, and that's the intention of it. Thank you.
All right. Well, we appreciate your time. Thank you so much.
Thanks. Have a great day, guys.
You do the same. Happy holidays. Assemblyman Robert Smullen. Quick break, and we'll come right back here. Hold tight.
Hey, man, thanks for coming so fast. I couldn't get anyone else to pick up.
Yeah, it's been a busy week. I'm not complaining, though. Business is way up lately.
Wow, good for you. I've been trying to grow my accounting practice, but it's been pretty slow.
Yeah, I was in the same boat last year. What really helped me was checking out this site, mylocalcustomers.com.
Never heard of it.
Well, most people haven't. It gives you a look at how many people in town are searching for what you do, and it also provides a plan to help them actually find you.
Like online?
Exactly. It's eye-opening, and it only takes a couple minutes to get started.
Huh, well, you fixed my sink. Maybe you just fixed my business, too.
Want to know how many people in your area are searching for your type of business? Start with a local customer analysis at mylocalcustomers.com. It's quick, it's easy, and it's free. Go to mylocalcustomers.com today.
That's mylocalcustomers.com. mylocalcustomers.com.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. Maybe you haven't heard about us. We're not one of the big guys. Truth is, we don't want to be. If you're over 50, Big Wireless has you paying for more data than you might need. Why? They might want you to cover the costs of younger people who do use all that data. If you're not using the data, you're probably being used. We've heard time and time again that some Big Wireless customers get stuck paying hundreds and even thousands more for years and years because they think it's hard to switch. Not with us. It takes just about 20 minutes and you can change your plan anytime without extra charges. We use the same towers as the big guys, so you'll get the same fast nationwide coverage without the big wireless bill.
Our plans start at just $20 a month, and for a limited time, switch and get your second month free. Call 1-888-FREEDOM, visit consumercellular.com or a store near you and get your second month free today. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional details.
Celebrating 100 years. This is Keeler. WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM. Now back to the Keeler Show.
All right, let's see. I have 30 seconds, but quickly.
Yeah, we have a legal challenge on today's free money question of the day. And unlike the situation we talked about with Paul Pickett, this one was filed within the required timeline, right? It was within 10 days.
All right,
we got
Donna
it.
is saying it was Christmas Eve. It was not 2 days before Christmas Eve. We'll follow up on that for you after the news break, which is straight ahead right now on WIBX.
From the Stanley Theater Studio, WIBX Utica, Rome. WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM. Celebrating 100 years.
Going after a third oil tanker. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. It is being pursued off the Venezuela coast, said to be flying a false flag carrying more black market sanctioned oil. After the U.S. seized a second tanker over the weekend, the first one is docked in Galveston, Texas.
The seizures and the sanctions are meant to squeeze Venezuela's economic crown jewel, which is its oil sector. But it will have an effect on Cuba, too, which relies on Venezuela for oil. Now, the Wall Street Journal reports the country's communist government is doing what it can to keep Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro in power, saying agents from Cuba's vaunted intelligence service remain in Venezuela, where they have worked to purge disloyal military officers and government officials.
Fox's Madeline Rivera, a Russian general, was blown up this morning, killed in Moscow, and a bomb went off under his car. Fennel Sarvarov led Russia's Armed Forces Operational Training Department. Investigators are probing whether Ukraine is behind the attack.
Meantime, Russia and Ukraine say talks this weekend to end their war have been productive. Sticking points over territory and Ukraine's security guarantees remain. The talks come as Ukraine says Russia launched 2,500 aerial attacks at its country in the last week.
Fox's Marianne Rafferty. Denmark is not happy, wanting to talk to the U.S. ambassador there. Fox's Jonathan Savage explains why.
By appointing Louisiana Governor Jeff Landry as special envoy to Greenland, President Donald Trump has reignited controversy over the world's largest island. President Trump believes the United States must control Greenland for the sake of national security. Governor Landry writing on X that it's an honor to serve you in this volunteer position to make Greenland a part of the U.S. He said the appointment doesn't affect his position as governor of Louisiana.
Denmark controls Greenland, warning the U.S. to respect its territory. In Australia, the surviving terrorist gunman was released from a hospital, sent to a prison awaiting trial for 15 murders in the attack during a Hanukkah celebration on Bondi Beach. America's listening to Fox News.
Got any gadgets? Get online protection. NordVPN has a ho-ho holiday deal just for you. Secure up to 10 devices with a single account. NordVPN's Threat Protection Pro feature helps you avoid malware, phishing, and annoying trackers. Just a few taps and you're safer online. Let your gadgets sparkle with online security. Go to NordVPN.com and get up to 77% off plus 3 extra months. NordVPN.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment? That's a lie. Most timeshares can be bought online for $1. To find out what your timeshare is worth and to cancel it, call us today and we'll send you our timeshare exit kit free with all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley for your free exit info guide. 800-486-9600. That's 800-486-9600.
Well, the U.S. pursues another oil tanker off the Venezuela coast after seizing 2 others in a crackdown on black market sanctioned oil. White House Economic Council Director Kevin Hassett tells CBS Face the Nation.
It's not a lot of oil compared to world supply, and so I don't think that people need to be worried here in the U.S. that the prices are going to go up because of these seizures of these ships.
The price of oil is up more than $1 today, back over $57 a barrel, but oil's recent decline in prices made gas cheaper.
We've had a pump price drop of 9 cents per gallon in the past 2 weeks. This is on top of another drop before that in the prior 2 weeks. The new price of $2.99 per gallon for regular is 17 cents lower than a month ago.
Analyst Trilby Lundberg surveys gas stations across the country. So does AAA. Its national average for regular is less than hers at $2.85 per gallon. On Wall Street, stock futures are rising before a holiday-shortened trading week. Someone could turn $2 into a fortune tonight as the Powerball jackpot keeps growing.
It's now at $1.6 billion, which is the 5th largest lottery jackpot ever. If the winner opts for lump sum, they'd get more than $735 million before taxes.
That's Fox's Kristen Mayo on Sunday Night Football.
Back to the playoffs for the New England Patriots.
NBC Sunday Night Football. Patriots beat the Ravens 28-24. The Patriots improved their record to 12-3 and clinched a playoff spot for the first time in 4 seasons. Drake May passed for 380 yards and 2 touchdowns. After the Steelers beat the Lions yesterday in Detroit 29-24, the Bears and the 49ers secured spots in the upcoming playoffs.
That's Fox's Jared Max. Also yesterday, Jacksonville beat Denver 34-20, snapping the Broncos' 11-game win streak, the Jaguars' 6th straight win. The Houston Texans have won 7 in a row after edging Las Vegas 23-21, and Carolina's 23-20 win over Tampa Bay puts the Panthers alone in first place in the NFC South Division. I'm Dave Anthony. This is Fox News.
We have mostly cloudy skies, 18 degrees. We got some snowflakes flying out there as well. Good morning. I'm Jeff Manaski, WIBX 950 AM, 92.3 FM. News time is 8:05. This news update is brought to you by the new destination Kia on Commercial Drive in Yorkville. The Oneida County Sheriff's Office says a 16-year-old student was found to be in possession of a non-functional plastic replica of a pistol in a high school bag at the Adirondack High School in Boonville late last week. School administration and special patrol officers were alerted to the situation and secured both the student and his bag without incident. No threat was reported. The Sheriff's Office Juvenile Aid Unit responded to the school for an investigation. That teen, 16-year-old, whose name is not being released because of his age, now faces misdemeanor charges of criminal nuisance in the 2nd degree and endangering the welfare of a child. A 21-year-old driver on Commercial Drive in New Hartford facing charges of DWI. This after 911 callers reported a pickup truck was operating on Commercial Drive with a missing tire. While investigating the incident and interviewing the operator of the truck, police officers say they detected signs of impairment. The operator is identified as 21-year-old Hunter Larson of Ava, New York. He faces charges of operating a motor vehicle with inadequate brakes, operating a vehicle with inadequate tires, and misdemeanor and felony counts of DWI, including aggravated DWI, which is allegedly having a blood alcohol content above 0.18. The place that was the longtime home of the Utica paper, now home to Utica Papers. New business opening its doors at the former Observer Dispatch building in downtown Utica. It's Puff Theory Cannabis. Ray Rizzucci and Zach Lazor are the owners. They say they're looking to hire bud tenders with a pay range of $18 to $22 an hour. They also say they have the largest dispensary in the city of Utica. Oneida County Executive Anthony Piceni announcing a pair of appointments. Director of Emergency Services and Stop DWI Coordinator. Francis Manfredo has been named the Director of Emergency Services. He has experience in public safety, including 23 years, with the Utica Fire Department as an assistant chief, captain, and lieutenant, and 20 years in law enforcement, including 17 as a New Hartford police officer. And Daniel DeLuke has been named the Stop DWI Coordinator. He was a lieutenant in the New Hartford Volunteer Fire Department for 5 years and spent 4 years as a quartermaster and full-time EMT at Central Oneida County Volunteer Ambulance. Both of those appointments take effect on January 5th. WIBX 950 AM 92.3 FM news time is 8:08. Here's a look at your Weather Center forecast.
The snow showers winding down. It was a very narrow band. Some got it, some didn't. Still some leftover snow showers closer to Lake Ontario. Other than that, partial sun and a flurry or snow shower today, especially early. Near freezing. Tonight, we've got a quick-moving system coming through, going to produce a little bit of snow, upper 20s. That snow will last into tomorrow morning, then a mix with a little bit of rain, 38. Could see 1 to 3 inches of snow in the area. Wednesday, Christmas Eve, cloudy, 32. Christmas Day, mainly cloudy, mild upper 30s. I'm meteorologist Ray Stejcik at the Weather Channel on WIBX 950 AM and 92.3 FM.
17 in Herkimer and Rome, 19 degrees in Utica with some light snow falling. It is 8:09. All right, from the IBEW 43 local sports desk, the Bills got a win. It wasn't pretty, but what matters is they got the victory, 23-20 over the Cleveland Browns. Josh Allen had to shake off an ankle or foot injury, but he did stay in the game, and he stayed in the pocket for much of the second half as the Bills secure a win. Now, Monday Night Football wraps up Week 16 tonight. It's the Colts hosting the San Francisco 49ers, and Bills fans should be rooting for San Francisco because a loss from the Colts guarantees a playoff spot for the Buffalo Bills. Elsewhere, the Giants lost again. Good job, Big Blue, as they fell at home to the Minnesota Vikings 16-13. The Giants still hold the top spot for April's NFL Draft. Coming up next week, they visit the Raiders in Las Vegas. The Jets were crushed by the Saints 29-6 on the road. Brady Cook threw for almost 200 yards, but did throw an interception. A key player on the Steelers offense could be dealing with some disciplinary action. DK Metcalf was seen throwing a punch at a Lions fan during the team's 29-24 win in Detroit. The incident happened in the second quarter when the star receiver had an exchange with a fan who was sitting in the front row. No flag was thrown on the play. I don't even think the refs saw it. NFL insiders say Metcalf will likely just face a fine for that incident. College football playoff this weekend. The best game of the weekend was the first game. Oklahoma jumped out to a 17-0 lead. Then Alabama rallied for a 34-24 win. Elsewhere, 10th seed Miami beat Texas A&M 10-7. James Madison was crushed by Oregon 51-34. Ole Miss took down Tulane 41-10. The other three games the action continues on New Year's Eve when number 2 Ohio State faces off with Miami in the Cotton Bowl. The other three games will take place on New Year's Day as Indiana faces Alabama in the Rose Bowl. Number 3 Georgia battles Ole Miss in the Sugar Bowl, and 4th-seeded Texas Tech matches up with Oregon in the Orange Bowl. Syracuse basketball got a win on Saturday, 91-83. Tonight they play the Stonebridge Club team. Go ahead, Smitty, say it. I love when he gets upset with me.
Stonehill College Skyhawks.
Thank you, buddy.
Who has ever heard of that?
Apparently,
and that'll be a close game tonight.
Apparently,
It'll be
Adrian Autry has
a nail biter. It doesn't make any sense.
Apparently, they're Division I private school. They're in the same division as Lemoyne.
Okay, Davey, Jeff, we did a free money question this morning, and we're always listen. If we're wrong, we're wrong, and that would mean that Larry in Sequoia would actually win the $200. please read the statement, the direct statement from Donna here this morning.
Well, Donna reached out to us, and she sent us a screenshot of her Google search, and mine is very similar, I have to say. But it deals with, okay, so it says, these are the results for In Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, what day did the snowstorm start? And this is an AI overview. In the classic Rankin Bass special, the massive snowstorm hits Christmastown on Christmas Eve, forcing Santa to consider canceling Christmas because the blizzard is too thick for his sleigh to fly, setting up Rudolph to save the day.
And Donna said, Bill, you are absolutely incorrect. Rudolph is my favorite kid Christmas show. That happened on Christmas Eve, not 2 days before Christmas Eve. So I had said, don't trust AI. Don't trust AI.
Yeah.
Davey, do we have the People's Court theme? The litigants are entering the courtroom. I'm Doug Llewellyn. Okay. Do we? We don't. You don't have it. Okay.
All rise.
All rise. Yeah.
For Keeler
Anyway,
Court.
Okay. So I had said we have a researcher on this question that I trust completely, and she would not get it wrong. So I reached out to her and said, I'm getting some heat on this question. What do you have as proof? And she sent me the script. Are you ready?
Wow.
Now, this is the point where Rudolph was off with Cornelius, and they were off on the island of misfit toys. And late at night, Rudolph decided he'd been getting older, and he hadn't seen his parents, Donner and whatever her name was. He had not seen his parents in quite some time, so he was going home. And he got home, and he went into the cave where Donner and his mother, Rudolph's mother, would be. And he went into the cave and said, I'm home. And then Santa came out to say, they're gone, Rudolph. They've been gone for months looking for you. And then Rudolph said, what about Clarice? She's gone too.
Clarice
was the love interest, if you remember.
Oh.
The young little deer doe that he.
How did that name make it into Silence of the Lambs?
That's different. So it's used much differently.
Yes.
Okay, so here Santa says she's gone too. I'm very worried, Rudolph. Christmas Eve is only 2 days off, and without your father, I'll never be able to get my sleigh off the ground. That was the storm of storms, and it specifically says here, the storm of storms, and only 2 days before Christmas Eve. Now, the storm continued for those 2 days and into Christmas Eve, but the question was, when did the storm hit? And it hit 2 days before Christmas Eve, according to the script. So, Donna, I would never want to say Donna's wrong. Donna, you're not wrong. AI is wrong. Do not trust AI. I'm telling you. Do you not believe me?
I thought we were going to have an overturn here.
Yeah, I'm afraid we don't. But listen,
can we appeal? Is there an appellate division?
Larry and Sequoia, yes, but you're going to need some money for that. He's got to hire. He's got to hire an attorney.
Are you talking about Pickett? He's got to hire
an attorney. He does not know what he's doing in this. You cannot go before the appellate court and think you're going to be successful if you're going to try to argue your own case. I just don't see it.
Yeah, I agree.
And by the way, he'll need about $10,000 in his GoFundMe in order to raise the money. That's not cheap. In fact, the Caitlin Connolly hired a very good appellate court person. Listen, I'm going to tell you something. We were in the store the other day in Target.
Yeah. You're debating whether you want to say this now.
I am debating.
I can see it in your eyes.
We were in the store. We were at Target. And I couldn't say anything. I wanted to so badly.
All right,
we ran into Caitlin Conley.
Oh, really?
In Target. She's even more beautiful today than she was when she went to trial, I'm telling you.
Okay.
And I didn't say anything.
When you
I
say
did not want. It's Christmas time. She's there with somebody, and I'm sure she goes out to stores and people are bothering her all the time. Can I get a quick selfie? You're gonna get that crap. I mean, what must it be like to be Caitlin Conley right now? And there she is picking out some stuff in the store, and I chose. And Davey, I'm going to tell you, I've been asking for you to get her on the air. She'd make for a really good interview right now. I chose to leave it alone, and I didn't. I'm almost angry at myself.
I'm a little frustrated with you, if I can be honest.
You think I should have walked up and said, "Hey, you want to come on the air next week?"
What would you say to Davey if he told you, you're not going to believe who I sat down next to yesterday at Trek Subs?
Davey is a lover of this crap. Davey goes to these Comic-Con things, gets his picture taken with everybody. I don't like doing that. We ran into Elvis
She's
Costello.
not a superhero.
We ran into Elvis Costello, and I wanted so much to say, would you take a picture with us? And I just couldn't do it.
All right, can I ask a couple questions?
Yes.
When you say ran into, you saw her, or you guys bumped carts, or there was an eye contact acknowledgement?
There was. I think she has to know who we are,
right?
Who I am. I don't mean to say it that way. It sounds so pompous.
Yes.
But I'm just saying. And then I was thinking,
I can just picture you in time. Don't you know who I am?
Don't you know? Humana. That's what I was. I could not get the words out. And I just figured it's the holidays. She probably gets bothered everywhere. So, I mean, we're talking as if she's a celebrity. But in the world that we live in today, she really is. I mean, she's been tried twice. It could come a third time.
Right.
My guess also is she has a pending case. There's no way her attorney's letting her come on the radio.
Right.
So I would have done that for naught.
Right.
But I wanted so much to be able to prove that it happened. But by the time I got my camera out to take a picture like that, no one could tell I'm taking a picture. She had gone.
Oh my goodness! I would love to be a fly on that shelf.
Yeah. Well, what are you gonna do? They say it all happens at Target. That's where everything happens.
I can picture you giving a little elbow to your wife. Are you seeing what I'm seeing?
She gave the elbow to me. I didn't see.
Oh, yeah.
It was my wife that gave me the elbow and said, "Do you see who that is?" Anyway, let me break. We have much more to talk about. But I got to say, missed opportunity? I don't know.
Smitty, will you tell him? We're not going to assume.
You would have been all over it, Davey. I know you would have.
With a picture for Caitlin Conley?
Yeah.
Not even a picture, but if you were telling this story, Bill would have said, why didn't you ask her to come on the show?
I would have asked her.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Did you talk to the person who's going to maybe win the tractor?
No, haven't heard anything.
Have you reached out?
Yes.
Have you? Honestly.
No, I haven't.
Okay.
I love this show.
And don't you dare come after me. You piece of garbage.
Sorry.
All right, let me break.
I will, though. I will, though.
I don't know if it's the look that I give him that's truth serum or if it's just Davey in
Smitty
general.
Has too big a heart and he can't lie.
Cannot lie. He cannot tell a lie. Would you please reach out to him and find out? We've got a beautiful tractor that could go to these children that he's raised all this money for. Reach out, man. Let me break, and we'll come back at WIBX.
When it comes to the ones we love, their comfort and dignity matter most. That is why Hospice and Palliative Care is here for you. When you want your loved ones' wishes to be honored, when you want them to be comfortable, safe, and secure, and when you want them to be wherever they call home, Hospice and Palliative Care is the right choice. Our team of professional doctors, nurses, social workers, and bereavement counselors are dedicated to providing compassionate care every step of the way. At Hospice, your loved one is not alone, and neither are you. We are just a phone call away, ready to support you through this journey. Choose Hospice and Palliative Care, serving Oneida, Herkimer, and Eastern Madison County for the comfort and dignity your loved ones deserve. For more information, visit our website, hospicecareinc.org, or call us today at 315-735-6484. Hospice and Palliative Care, Middle Settlement Road, New Hartford, serving Oneida, Herkimer, and Eastern Madison counties.
when you need us most.
Firestone Winter Force tires are designed to deliver impressive handling on snow, ice, and in wet weather conditions. Whether you have a coupe, sedan, wagon, or minivan, Winter Force tires let you drive with confidence, and you still get the comfortable driving experience you've come to expect from Firestone. Winter, you've met your match. Whatever you drive, drive a Firestone. Available at Tallman's Tire and Auto Repair, located in Utica, Yorkville, Rome, and Herkimer, or online at tallmanstire.com.
Do you spend half your day walking or standing while working? If you have foot, knee, or low back pain, the Good Feet store wants to help you like we helped Tony.
Pain that I experience the most is foot pain from being on my feet all day. You're having to kind of talk to yourself through the whole shift, like, I got this, I can do this. Before, I felt defeated, and now it's like, all right, let's go. I'm ready. A whole new life, like sunshine coming on.
And here's Dennis.
Working at an amusement park, it's always on your feet. I just couldn't take it. I just couldn't believe that putting these arch supports in made that much of a difference that quickly. Good Feet just took that pain away, and I could do my job, and I could take care of my family. I know what my tomorrow's gonna be. It's gonna be positive, and it's gonna be pain-free.
You deserve a better life too. Stop into the Good Feet store today. We're located on Commercial Drive, across from Hobby Lobby.
I'm back to doing what I love and more. Thanks to the Good Feet store. Thanks to the Good Feet store.
Sniffles and sneezes got you down? GoodRx is here to help with big savings on commonly prescribed cold and flu meds. GoodRx is free and easy to use. GoodRx is accepted at all major pharmacies like CVS, Walmart, and Walgreens. Just search your prescription, find a coupon, then show your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx is not insurance, but it works whether you have insurance or not. If you do, GoodRx may beat your copay price. Download the free app or visit GoodRx.com to save today.
You ever wonder why Verizon charges twice as much as Pure Talk for the same basic service? Think it might have something to do with the fact that Verizon spends $12 billion a year on advertising and promotion? That's billion with a B? Yeah. Pure Talk doesn't spend that kind of money on commercials. That's why they can offer unlimited talk, text, and plenty of data on a blazing fast 5G network for just $25 a month. Save an additional 50% off your first month when you dial pound 250 and say the words Micro. That's pound 250, Micro.
Get Chad for a special WIBX 100th Anniversary Christmas Special all day this Wednesday and Thursday on WIBX. First, the holiday kicks off with the Keeler Christmas Eve Extravaganza. Christmas Eve morning from 6 a.m. through noon. Then, afternoon, Christmas Eve, enjoy the amazing holiday sounds of Mannheim Steamroller. And be near the radio for holiday football. We'll have the NFL games live on Christmas Day on WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM. Celebrating 100 years. Celebrating 100 years. This is Keeler. WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM. Now back to the Keeler Show.
I said Davy can't tell a lie. All you gotta do is look in his eye and you can see. He cannot lie to me, oh Davy. That's very true. He cannot tell a lie. Our man Davy. You know who would have gone right up for us? I wish I had set this whole thing up. Who would have gone right up to us, to Caitlin Conley, and said, would you come on the radio on the Keeler Show and speak? I know... Here she is. Lucia, you would have gone up and you would have gotten the job done. I know you would have.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. I mean, I'm not trying to brag, okay?
No.
Okay, you know, but those things are easy. Yeah.
Yeah. And the other thing is, so if I were Caitlin Conley, how would you convince her to, because I'd be a little nervous coming on the radio. How would you convince her to say, come on, the Keeler Show? What would you say to her? Pretend I'm her. What would you say?
Well, the first thing I would say is when you come on this show, you're going to be so comfortable, you will never believe it. So I put the lady at ease. She got to know what, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
because there are shows and shows. It depends. So when I arrange it for you to talk to Nate Brain, she's going to come on. We're going to do it, right?
Yes, that's right.
I say, Nate, when you talk to Bill, you're going to love him. It's phenomenal.
Yeah, we'll be
So
very
this is a
respectful.
lady
and-
one.
yeah.
But I think that's very important. If somebody did it to me, it's how I would like it.
Yeah, I agree. I do agree. And let's see. You remember that it was a time that we had found Billy Baldwin's of the Baldwin family. He was in town for a wedding and he lost his passport.
Oh.
And remember that, Lucia?
Yes.
And we.
Remember
Yeah.
the Brady Bunch lady who sent
Oh,
me? to
I
find
remember
her?
that too.
And what happened with that?
Well,
I don't know what I'm going. I don't know what I'm doing.
no, but you got it done.
I decided to go to this hotel, and you said we got to go to Syracuse to find her. What does it
Yeah.
mean? Oh, my God.
Yeah.
So, by luck, somebody in the hotel give me the tip in 2 minutes. She's here, but can't tell you where or when she'll be inside. I saw a broom in a vacuum, Bill.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going around. The boy liked me. He was so
grabbed
nice.
the push
very,
cart
very fine.
with a broom.
You know, why would I,
Serious?
Why,
No.
why, Bill? Why
Legit.
would I go in the door where the vacuum is? And the vacuum is right by the door, blocking the door.
Yeah.
I
Boom.
knock in there. Why would I do that? And the woman come out.
Yeah. I believe it was Marsha. Yeah.
They was the maid.
The maid. It was.
And-
That's right. It was the maid.
And I go, I knock, the vacuum is there. She was in
Yeah.
the sky, so wow. And I go, and she opened the door.
She let her in. See, this is
didn't let
why
her in.
if you were in Target, yeah, the housekeeper there on the Brady Bunch.
Okay, so when she says the maid, she means from the show or the hotel maid?
Oh no, I think.
No, I'm
she
sorry. I'm
stepped
so
in.
sorry. I confuse things sometimes.
No, I
Right
think
from
you
the
got it just
show.
right.
From
Yeah.
the show.
From the
Yeah.
Brady Bunch. She came here, Bill. Remember?
I
and
do.
Signing,
She was-
book
yes.
signing.
Yep.
Yeah.
What was her
So
name?
she
What's
answered.
Davy? What's her name from
Alice Nelson on the show.
Alice?
Ann B. Davis is the
Ann
character.
B. Davis. That's exactly
Thank
right.
you,
There you
Smitty.
go.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And
Yes.
Lucia was now the vacuum. She walks in, so immediately she's thinking she's there to clean the room or something, and boom, Lucy put it together, and before you knew it, we had her on the radio.
Really?
Yes, she was a star. Lucia was a star back in the days.
No.
Oh,
You're
you
the
were
star.
you were
No,
big.
no. But also, it's not that I was alone. I had somebody with me.
Yes, we always
Yeah.
sent somebody with you. Yeah.
When I say something, I can prove it. It's not me saying
Oh yeah,
baloney.
listen, you don't. I'm here to prove it for you and say to put the seal on the deal. Absolutely happens. So,
Yeah.
all right, I have to talk to Farmer Ben. Say hello to Farmer Ben, if you would, Lucia.
Farmer Ben, what is it, Bill?
He's a farmer, and his name is Ben.
Good
Oh,
morning,
cool.
Lucia.
Wow, I
Farmer
love
Ben.
Yeah, he
Love
loves
it.
you. All right, Lucia, have a
Farmer
wonderful
Ben.
day. Merry Christmas.
You too. Merry
Okay.
Christmas. Ciao.
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 Chow is what you feed the cows, right?
It is, and we
But-
feed them a lot of chow,
Yeah.
especially in the cold weather.
But in Italy, chow means either hello or goodbye.
Yep.
I believe.
She's true, isn't she?
Yeah.
Authentic for sure.
Ben, good morning. Good
Good
morning.
morning, guys. Bill and Jeff. How's everything? And Davey?
So you have a report on a year in review for agriculture in Oneida County, and I got to say, it is. If I were to give the year a label, it would be the year of optimism.
Yep, definitely. So, first, Bill, what I'd like to do, if I could, with you and your listeners, is let's give all thoughts and prayers to Rob Mashel, which lost his mom yesterday afternoon.
I did not know that.
Yeah,
Wow.
she passed away last evening, right in the middle of the height of the snowstorm, and so Rob needed a hand, and so he called, and I had to go down and take care of his tractor, and so if all the listeners out there would give their thoughts and prayers to the Rob Mashel and his family for the passing of
Absolutely.
Rob Mashel's mom.
Very sad. I did not. I did not know that. So. All right. Well, thank you for that. And it's what you talk about is really what it's what farmers do. It's what neighbors do for neighbors.
You do. When there's a farmer down, you just go. That's what farmers do. Farmers help farmers.
Yeah.
That's the way
Yeah.
it is. And it's a close-knit community, as you know, because there's not very many of us. But, this year here would be I was trying to think of a good word to say, but optimistic for next year would be.
Yeah.
It's been a very trying year. it's been a very mixed year. We started out the first of the year, as you know, just like we are now up in the north. It snows and snows and snows.
Mm-hmm.
And last night alone, we got well over a foot. Plus, there was a foot left over from the previous snowstorms.
Oh, you're kidding. I didn't
so we
realize
have over
that.
2 feet of snow. But I pull into your parking lot.
Yeah, we got
down
a
there,
dusting.
And you got green grass.
Yeah.
I can't believe
I got to
it.
tell you, we had I'll bet in my house we got about 30 inches since the start of the winter.
That sounds about right.
Not winter as in yesterday, but since the start of the winter, about 30 inches collectively.
But we've kept it.
But you guys up there kept it, and we have had a couple of melting times where it settled and melted, and this last run on Thursday and Friday, Wednesday, Thursday, and overnight into Friday morning, and then the rain. My driveway never cleared off. Our driveway is oftentimes in the shade.
Yep.
But I look out in my backyard and you can see grass.
Right, in your parking lot, right here, the strip of grass coming right off of the highway
crazy.
here.
Yeah, we lost a lot of snow.
We did
at the end of last week.
Yeah, and so we've held on to it because we're just cooler. So I just want to start out with saying the first of the year of 2025, we're experiencing it right now. And there were so many buildings that fell down. And then when we got into spring, March, we had a pretty decent maple sugar season. It wasn't a super year, but it wasn't a bad year either for the maple producers.
And what's that dictated by?
The weather.
The temperature?
Temperature.
Yeah.
Strictly the temperature and moisture, too, because you need the sap in the ground or the water in the ground to go up into the trees. It has to be readily available.
And you want above average temps or below average temps?
What you really want is you want weather that bounces under 40 during the day, under 40, like in the high 30s.
Okay.
Very, very low 40. And during the day, and at night you want to be down in the 20s. You want to freeze every single night. And and that cycle of the heat and the cold between the morning and the day, or I should say the morning and the evening, draws the life of the sap. Sap is the blood of maple trees up into the leaves to rejuvenate them for the springtime. And that is your sap that you make maple syrup from. So it's the fluctuation. So if we get a warm spell and it stays warm, then the sap goes up in the tree and you lose that up and down business. And then your sap season comes to an end.
Yeah.
But if it stays cold, it doesn't run either. So it's the fluctuation between the hot and the cold, morning and night, that really draws the sap.
And that dictates the amount of sap or the sweetness or the taste of the sap?
That dictates the amount of sap.
Okay, gotcha.
And then what dictates the sugar content is many, many variables.
Okay.
A lot of it comes from the type of maple tree. So the sugar maples or the hard maples are the ones that have the most sugar content. And then you have your silver maples and the white maples and different other maples that just don't have that heavy sugar content.
Gotcha.
The flavor comes from, I know this is hard. We need to talk about this in March, but I'm learning more and more, and so aren't the maple producers, that if you use an RO machine and you don't use an old-fashioned wood-fired maple sugar evaporator, in other words, all stainless steel with oil fire, and it just boils quick and gets it done, it does not have that robust maple flavor, and people are starting to notice that. And how I'm learning that, so I can back it up, is just here about 2 weeks ago or so, the Farm Bureau just had an annual meeting out to the Turning Stone Casino, and I sat with some maple producers that are also, I sat with some dairy producers that are making what they call maple milk. You know how they mix maple syrup with milk to make it maple-flavored milk?
I didn't know that.
Well, it's really good. You take regular maple syrup, instead of putting Nestle's Quick in, put some maple syrup in. But they're also saying that the robust flavor for maple milk, if the sap has gone through the process of an RO machine, which means reverse osmosis, they basically extract the water out of it.
Sure.
Not naturally. It's done by filters. It takes that robust flavor away. And we can talk about that in March.
And I got to tell you, when it comes to...
But it was a pretty decent year for the sugar.
When it comes to cider, I love that old-fashioned cider that's not processed.
Pasteurized.
And
not pasteurized.
Versus the stuff that you buy in the grocery stores.
That's been so ultra-filtered and pasteurized.
I have 5 minutes. What else do you have to hit?
So you got 5 minutes. All right. So I'll try to get through this quick. Then we got into April, and that was the big announcement for Chobani coming to the Mohawk Valley. They've already started construction.
Yeah.
And that is going to have a very, very huge impact on everything to do here in the Mohawk Valley. We can talk about that. But that was a big announcement for the Mohawk Valley.
Bill's going to get frustrated with me because I have questions on this. Just simply,
Love to.
The dairy farmers, you guys are going to contract directly with Chobani, or does it go through the same process that you sell your milk to somebody and then somebody? Yeah.
Yes.
So it doesn't change formality how you sell and get rid of your milk.
Correct.
It
What
just
it does
maybe
is it gives us a
broadens the
market.
Gives you a bigger market.
Yeah.
Okay.
Chobani does not have any what they call true farms that supply strictly to Chobani.
Gotcha.
Chobani is a manufacturer of milk. It's not a fluid plant. It's a manufacturer. So in order for them to be directly contracted between Ben Simons and Chobani or another farm in the Chobani, there's a percentage of milk that has to go in a bottle. It's just a marketing order.
Okay.
And so make a long story short, Chobani buys from co-ops.
Okay.
Farmer-run, owned, managed co-ops.
Cool.
And then we got
it. Ultimately, really good for.
It's good for everybody
because everybody gets to and this demand.
It's a market, a big market.
This demand is going to be so intense when they get up and running and operating that it's going to be
very competitive.
It's going to make for. Hopefully, it means you guys get a better rate for your milk.
And so I want to clean this up because I've gotten in some trouble over this Chobani thing because I'm very, 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 very fluent with the milk marketing of milk and everything else. I've been in it my whole life. I'm still involved in it a little bit here and there. I do some marketing on the side for another co-op, and so I'm very in tune with milk. When Chobani made the announcement of how much milk this new plant was going to take, I made a statement, and I've talked to Hamdai about it, saying, where are you going to get all this extra milk? Because there's a home for all the milk currently being produced.
Yeah.
Well, now I want to clear this up. I was wrong. Because ever since Chobani made that announcement that they were putting this big plant in, they were looking for milk, lots of milk. There is not a progressive farmer out there that is not expanding.
Ramping up.
And I'm telling you, these guys are making milk. Milk is on the rise. Cow numbers are rising all of a sudden. Milk production's up. So I'm telling you, I stand to be wrong. The milk, when Chobani gets up and going, because they're not going to take all 12 million pounds the first day. They're going to ramp up. They're going to take a small amount and ramp up. But the dairy farmers are already responding to it. So thank you for that. Then we got into the spring, and we started out very wet, very cold. I remember coming on the show. It was terrible. We were in the mud. Then we got into late June, July, August, September. You couldn't find rain even if you went to Delta and Hinkley Lake.
It was unbelievable.
You couldn't find water nowhere.
We had all different extremes this year.
Yeah, we did. And then we got into the fall, and combining has gone very well. The fall weather's been very conducive. All of us got caught, including myself and my son, that we've got still crops out there in the snow. And because the snow came, but it didn't leave. And then the big things here in December, there's a couple big things for you guys in the fall.
Okay.
Donald Trump and his administration is going to take $12 billion from the tariff account, and he's going to hand out $11 billion of it to the row crop farmers, the corn, the soybeans, anything you see in rows. Because we've had a tariff problem and a trade problem. I've talked about that on the show. And then the other big thing, too, is it's a big win for the dairy farmers, and this is going to affect us right here in the Mohawk Valley, is the Congress in Washington has passed the whole milk to schools. We've been fighting that ever since Mrs. Obama was able to cut it back to skim milk. And when
You've been fighting for it.
Excuse me.
Fighting
Mrs.
for it,
Obama killed it. She
Yeah.
took whole milk down to 1% and skim, which in my world is nothing but chalk water. And now the Congress and Donald Trump is supposed to sign it into law that whole milk will go back into the schools for our growing children. That's huge because what it'll do is utilize more milk. And as you guys know, drinking milk has more flavor being whole.
I'm pretty sure there's whole milk in schools right now. Before this, there may be some places where there is not. I
That was
drink
an
skim
individual
milk.
thing.
Do you want someone, if someone decides, wouldn't you rather they drink skim milk than no milk?
Yes.
Okay.
But I would rather.
I'm just saying though,
Right.
because I
Any
drink
milk is good.
exclusively skim milk, and I feel like you're poo-pooing that.
Well, I think what he's saying though too
No,
is you're an adult.
I'm on a diet that doesn't allow me to have whole milk.
Some people
and
do
this
have dietary
allows me to
restrictions.
drink. I mean, I could go to almond milk. Should I do that?
Nope. I'd like to see you drink 1% milk. 1% and 2% is good for different dietary issues. But young growing children.
I don't, and I'm not a growing child. But I drink skim milk, not 1%, not 2%, skim.
Totally.
And I'm good with that, unless I'm eating Oreos. and then I go to whole milk.
There you go. See, I knew I could get you in there.
And that means I'm doing something that I shouldn't be doing. But, it's
But
all
for growing
part of
children, they need all the vitamins and minerals and all that fat and different things that's in it
I
to
understand
grow
that.
them.
Yes. Yeah.
But I agree with you, Bill. When
Would
you
you
have
rather-
dietary issues,
Yeah.
that's what the
Yeah.
other varieties
All
are
right.
for.
Quickly, I have a minute.
All
You have a
right,
minute.
and so the other thing is it's ironic that I talk about this real quick because I do quite a lot of firewood, as you guys know. I have a very extensive firewood business. Isn't it amazing that the first crop of the year, any year, starts with a tree, the maple tree. The first crop any farmer ever harvests is maple. What's the last end of the year?
Christmas.
And
the
what do you have
evergreen.
in everybody's house?
Oh, the Christmas trees?
A Christmas tree. So isn't it amazing? Our year here in central New York starts out with a tree.
It ends with a tree.
And ends with a tree.
Yeah.
And so that being said, the other thing is the Boonville Fair, Carl Trainer and myself are looking forward to coming down on Wednesday to your Christmas Eve service,
Yes.
your show.
Mm-hmm.
And we have a special message from the Boonville Oneida County Fair to all your listeners. And I just wanted to say, Bill, I want to thank you for inviting Farmer Ben to be a part of your 100th anniversary party. And looking back in history of WIBX,
Agriculture
it's
played
all
a huge
agriculture.
role. Yeah.
So I was very, very honored to attend your 100th party down there.
We were glad you were there.
Taylor and
Finally, the one thing you're leaving out is
beef prices.
Beef prices are super high.
No, not that. No.
The one thing you're leaving out is eggnog.
Eggnog. I will take care of that on Wednesday for you. And what's the fellow with the broken leg?
Stefan.
Stefan. I'll bring him some eggnog.
And then finally,
nice.
beef prices are
skyrocketing.
a problem.
You want to do an update in January on this? Because I'm sure the market might
would
change a
love
little.
to.
Yeah. We can, because this is a bigger, longer conversation.
What I would say to that is, if you're like me and you purchase from a local farmer, and you purchase a half a cow or whatever it is,
or whatever you can afford to buy.
Quarters and holes. Yep.
So and your freezer is full. When the prices have gone up, it has not affected us. Certainly for ground beef, I'm set for the rest of the probably the first half of 2026.
Yeah.
That gives you an idea. Maybe that's something people want to do going down the road. Consider that.
Yeah,
it's a good idea.
You know where that meat's coming from. That's really important.
And if you really, and I know you have Beth Irons on all the time, but I got to tell you guys, if you want to really spend your dollar and affect the farmer, go to the farmers markets and buy local.
Awesome.
Right. And that's the last one is, I think, this Saturday. Is this Saturday the last? No.
I'll find out.
This past Saturday.
This past Saturday was the last till they go to the midway through January. It'll be the off and on every other week. I
Gotcha.
believe. Indoors as well. So
If you got enough beef there, you put it up on
That's right.
Facebook
I might.
Marketplace. You
I
make
might.
a killing.
It'll bring big money.
A box of beef versus a TV box. I think I'd be better off. I'd make more money, to be honest. Quick break. Ben, thank you.
No, thank you, guys.
All right.
Thank you. Jimmy Fala's next.
Jimmy is coming up. Hold tight to WIBX.
Hurt in a car? Call William Attar. 315-444-4444.
Firestone Winter Force tires are designed to deliver impressive handling on snow, ice, and in wet weather conditions. Whether you have a coupe, sedan, wagon, or minivan, Winter Force tires let you drive with confidence, and you still get the comfortable driving experience you've come to expect from Firestone. Winter, you've met your match. Whatever you drive, drive a Firestone. Available at Tallman's Tire and Auto Repair, located in Utica, Yorkville, Rome, and Herkimer, or online at tallmanstire.com.
It all began in 1985 with a single goal, a commitment to brighten our community. And with your kindness, that light grew brighter. Because for 40 years, you've helped Food Bank of Central New York deliver healthy food and hope. But that need continues to grow. So this year, please consider giving a little extra and make sure the light we shine together never goes out.
Hurt in a car? Call William Attar. 315-444-4444.
The snow shower's winding down. It was a very narrow band. Some got it, some didn't. Still some leftover snow showers closer to Lake Ontario. Other than that, partial sun and a flurry or snow shower today, especially early, near freezing. Tonight, we've got a quick-moving system coming through, going to produce a little bit of snow, upper 20s. That snow will last into tomorrow morning, then a mix with a little bit of rain, 38. Could see 1 to 3 inches of snow in the area. Wednesday, Christmas Eve, cloudy, 32. Christmas Day, mainly cloudy, mild upper 30s. I'm meteorologist Ray Stejik at the Weather Channel on WIBX 950 AM and 92.3 FM.
Hey, it's a beautiful 16 degrees and clouds right now at WIBX. The Falcon Clinic in Washington Mills is the area's premier osteopathic medical clinic, and they're accepting new patients right now. They've added a new doctor, Dr. Cheryl Mattern of Sequoia will join Dr. Kuzminski, Dr. Shemaleski, Dr. Kaczynski, and the list goes on at the Zielinski. Did I say Kalinski? Sorry. They now can accept new patients. And speaking with Dr. Zielinski, they had put everything on hold for a while because they were just overwhelmed. And now the doors are open. And there's also that OMT, osteopathic manipulation treatment, you can take advantage of. It's the Falcon Clinic. Call today and get in on their list at the Falcon Clinic. One phone number to call is 315-507-4751 is the number. On the line right now is the man, Jimmy Fallon, who's coming to town on February 7th, and tickets are now on sale. Jimmy, good morning. Good morning.
How about it? We're getting the band back together. This is
The
big
band,
news.
yeah, it is big. It is. And so I just want to tell you, if you're
the band that doesn't sing,
if you're looking, the band that doesn't sing, and we always tag that with "Thank God." If you're looking for tickets, and I know there are many who have been, I've been hearing from everybody, the easiest way to get the tickets, to get to the link to the Rome Capitol, is going to WIBX's website. If you click on Keeler at the top bar, the third item down is Jimmy Fallon tickets, and you will immediately be directed to be able to buy your tickets. Jimmy, good morning. We're so looking forward to having you coming back.
He's coming up to see me.
yeah, this matters. The band that doesn't sing, we're like the Milli Vanilli. That's what we are.
That's right.
We win. We sell tickets. We win all kinds of awards, but we don't actually sing the hits. But I'm in good spirits down here in New York. The city is cold, as you guys know, but that's good for us because you can't smell the city.
Yeah.
So we'll take it. You have to take up all the. It's just ever since Mamdani when it just smells like weed and U-Haul. That's all it is.
Weed
so we'll be okay.
and U-Haul. That's hilarious. Well, you do wonder, how will New Yorkers react? Many have said they're going to be skipping town, getting out of the city with Mamdani.
I don't actually believe it. There's like a lot of everyone always takes that task.
Yes.
But it's like if you live in this city, it's because you like the beating. That's what it is. It's like a dominatrix, like an informal one where you still get called names. They take all your money. They put out cigarettes on you. And we're all broke. And at the end of the day, so I don't know. I think the hardcore New Yorker can't leave, and that's why. We've lived through a lot of bad versions of this city. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, you think about it, the late 70s, early 80s, New York was bankrupt. They thought the city was going to go away. And it would be the 70s, and Gerald Ford said, we're not going to bail them out. And, so New York's been through a lot.
Yep, they got creative. When things were bad, they opened a lot of movie theaters in Times Square where you only needed 25 cents to get in.
Oh, Lord.
I'm not telling you this was family programming, but the point
and some of the acting there was done live in person. It was like going to a Broadway show. It was unbelievable. Boy. All right, let me bring in Jimmy yesterday celebrated her 70th birthday. She looks to be about 25 years old. The one and only Ann from Rome would love to say hello. Ann, you're on with Jimmy Fallon.
Good morning, Jimmy. I want to thank you again for calling me the day after I finished my chemo. And I want to let you know that my friend Cindy, the cancer survivor, we have front row seats. And Ron and Pat and Sandy, we're all coming. We're going to get our front row seats again. We're looking forward to it. You did a great show before. We watch you all the time. We're big fans, and we will be there front and center.
That's awesome.
Oh, I love that. And is Ann going to heckle? Like, what am I getting myself into here? I don't know if I should be excited about this or not.
Well,
you should be excited. We're all big fans. We're going to give you the works.
She won't heckle.
I do want to
love
say
that.
one thing to you, my paisan. Buona Natale.
Okay.
Oh,
Thank you
I
for
love
taking
that.
my
That's
call,
rad.
Jimmy.
All right, Ann. Thank you so much.
You better believe it. Ho, ho, ho.
Bye-bye.
All right, Jimmy, listen, you have these such dedicated fans, and I'm telling you, they've been hammering me over getting these tickets on sale. So I'm glad they are.
Oh, yeah. No, we're ready now. It's February 7th. It's so exciting for me because I go back out on the road, at the beginning of the spring, and you're working on a new hour of stuff, and this is what I noticed over the holidays. So it's such a good place for me to be starting out, a spring tour, because it's the ultimate home game. Like you guys, you might be 300 miles away, but you're like my home station because I've spent too much time with you. So Fox thinks that you guys have dirt on me. Like Davey took some photos and peepers at one point because I'm always back up there. But I love it up there. Let's go. Come on.
There are some photos I'm going to tell you that we found of you doing comedy up here years ago, long before all of this. We'll never hold those against you, though. But, we hold on to them just in case, just so you know. I mean, we don't get rid of them.
You don't need the Epstein files when you have the Keeler files. I love it.
That's exactly right. Well, listen, of course, you'll be on today. Every Saturday you're on as well. Manaski, you want to add something?
Well, I just want to say we really look forward to seeing you again. That February 7th, tickets on sale now. Rome Capitol Theater. It's Super Bowl weekend. It's a great way.
It is Super Bowl weekend.
It is Super Bowl weekend. That Saturday night is going to be a blast. It's a great pregame show for the pregame show for the big game. Anyway, my point, Jimmy, what is your take on the Epstein file release or lack of information in the release?
Well, so far I'm not in them. So my take is I love it. I think it's been great. Shout out to my lawyers and all my friends in the Trump cabinet who know how to use a delete button. I'm kidding. This is one of the reasons they didn't ever want these coming out, getting past the obvious, which is it seems like a lot of world leaders were involved. I don't know what the files are going to show us, but the truth is you can leak anything now, and have it interpreted whatever way you want to. You know how like a week ago they blocked out the faces of Trump with all of those girls, but they turned out to be Hawaiian Tropic models from a beauty pageant. So I don't think we're going to get a straight read on any of it, whether it's anti-Trump or pro-Trump. I think everything is going to be released in a way that helps the person releasing it kind of cheat their angles. That's what happened over the weekend, with the one Trump image that got taken down. It was actually it was one of like 60 photos in the background where he was like in a draw at Epstein's house. But it came out at the same time the Democrats, started that. At the same time, there's shirtless photos of Bill Clinton in a hot tub. Like, are you going to tell me if there was a shirtless photo of Trump in a hot tub that isn't the lead story on every channel right now?
Yeah.
So I don't know, honestly. I don't know where this thing goes. I just know a lot of really rich people are nervous. And if anyone's looking for a job if you're looking for a job as a food taster this holiday season, you can probably get hired in D.C. Remote car starters are a hot Christmas gift because nobody wants their car to blow up while they're in it. So there's some shopping to be done off this, Jeff. Come on, man.
Sure.
Yeah, and I have to say though that the danger of this whole thing, in my opinion, of all this stuff coming out is it goes back through so many administrations. Why didn't we nail this guy so long ago? Why has it taken all these years? And it's because so many on both sides of the aisle are connected to it.
Well, and I think
of course, and
he's an intelligence asset for somebody.
That's another thing.
Listen, Jeffrey Epstein's death is proof that the two parties can still work together when they need to badly.
Yeah, right. I know that's the worst part of it.
Right. All right. Well, listen, there's so much to talk about, and you are you really poke fun at both sides, and I certainly appreciate that. Both sides certainly deserve it, but all new material, and then we were going to do. I'll leave it with this. We were going to do like a VIP section where people would pay, like we've done before. They'd pay to get a picture with you and that sort of thing. But then you go and you stand out there and take pictures with absolutely anyone who wants a photo. So we decided everybody's a VIP at a Jimmy Fallon show.
Yeah, man, we're going all the way. We're going to do this the right way. So we haven't been up there in a minute. So I need the regular Utica treatment. I get groped. I sign stuff. You know, I'm a little out of practice, so I'm stretching it out now. I'm getting ready for all the handsy locals. No, we're going all the way.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a great hang. Is it gonna be as good of a hang as Epstein? No, but it's gonna be a good hang.
It'll be great. Yeah. All right, good stuff, Jimmy. Again, go to WIBX's website and click on Keeler. It's the third item down, and you'll go right to the Rome Capitals ticket buying system. And the show is February 7th. We'll be listening today, Jimmy, 12 noon till 3, right here on WIBX.
Ho, 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 you guys.
All right, thanks so
I'll
much.
see you in Feb. Let's get him.
Thank you.
Bye.
That is the man, Jimmy Fallon. I don't know. Is he going to be on today, or is this vacation week? We don't know. We'll have to see. I think he might be on. Okay, let me do I need to break here? I do. Oh, I see. Oh, it's coming right up. Let me do this. Mazda's More to Move You sale is back at Steve Ponte Mazda. And while focusing on creating the ultimate customer experience, at Steve Ponte Mazda, they only select the best late model Mazdas for their Mazda certified pre-owned vehicles. They offer a 160-point inspection, a balance of the 7-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, and if you need a lower price, just reach out. Ricky Z says, come in, let's make your deal on a Mazda certified pre-owned vehicle. Steve Ponte Mazda Commercial Drive in Yorkville. And Rick will be here in studio, part of our Christmas extravaganza coming up on Wednesday from 6 a.m. till noon. He'll be in at about 11 o'clock. So get ready for that this Wednesday. Okay.
You thought it was going to automatically punch.
Yeah, I did. Let me break. We have news coming up. We're back tomorrow. Enjoy your day.
Hello. I'm Oneida County Executive Anthony Pacenti. As we gather with our family and friends to celebrate the holiday season, we have much to be grateful for. What I am most grateful for is the generosity of all our people. I'm overwhelmed to see the outpouring of love and support spread throughout this community in so many ways. It's what makes this place we call home so special. While celebrating with loved ones, please be safe. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and Happy Holidays to all.
Sniffles and sneezes got you down? GoodRx is here to help with big savings on commonly prescribed cold and flu meds. GoodRx is free and easy to use. GoodRx is accepted at all major pharmacies like CVS, Walmart, and Walgreens. Just search your prescription, find a coupon, then show your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx is not insurance, but it works whether you have insurance or not. If you do, GoodRx may beat your copay price. Download the free app or visit GoodRx.com to save today.
Tim, I'm delaying my cancer screening because my holiday list is just too big. I got to buy the gifts,